Yo, 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 yo. What up, world? What up, fight fam? It's your boy Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV coming at you with some news you can use in another boxing conversation. Today we got the Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearne Chronicles, man. You know, so much to talk about, so much to discuss. So much. But I got my boys with me today. I got that boy 503 Line with me. I got that boy Ack-Reacher with me. And you know the rest gonna fall in when they fall in. But man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute to y'all. Smash the like button as you come into the chat. You know what I'm saying? But what up with it, Ack? What up, 503?
What's good, bro?
Hey, what's poppin', my boys?
Oh man, what's going down? What you got? What y'all got going? What's up, Thomas Moreland in the chat? Salute to you. And what y'all got going on today? On this lovely Thursday afternoon.
I'm getting these crunches in while I'm talking to you.
I need to be doing it too, but man, my abs is killing me. You don't even understand. My shoulders. When I did an exercise last night, it got my shoulders on fire. I damn near left the gym doing that exercise. I didn't want to do nothing else, but I had to go do my abs. But my shoulders and chest is killing me right now. But shit. Just getting back into the groove of everything, man. What's up with it? Alan Johnson, salute to you, my brother. Lars Dawkins P is in the building. Salute family. Man. But man, I know we're gonna get into the Jerry Hurd conversation. We're gonna get into that. But my thing is I put this out for today, and I'm glad y'all told me to put this out for today because most stuff come out. Now we're seeing that Matchroom is desperate. Bro, Matchroom is out here begging for a fight like a homeless man with a cup out begging for some change. Can I clean your windshield? Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me sing a song. They out here singing song and doing dances for some change for a fight, man. Man, what y'all think about this going on with Anthony Joshua and Matchroom and Eddie Hearns and Barry Hearns, man?
You want to touch on the first 503 or?
Go ahead, Harlem God. Go ahead, son. Go ahead, champ. You got
it. He always making fun of my New York accent, man. But I just look at it as like the Bible said, "Was first shall be last, and was last shall be first," man. And this is exactly what's happening right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it that the shoe is on the other foot. It's good. Good. All y'all UK dudes out there, let this be a lesson to you. Strike while the iron's hot, like the old heads say. You don't sit here, you maneuver around, and you play around. You take that deal while it's offered. That's good for Eddie Hearne and Anthony Joshua, in my judgment. And we done sold 1 million pay-per-views in America. We sold 1 million pay-per-views.
No, it was the America and the UK. It's all
and
over.
I know I was gonna say that. And in the UK. Yeah. So who's really the big star? Because we don't know Anthony Joshua in the States. They know Deontay Wilder over in the UK. What y'all gonna say now?
Yeah.
What y'all gonna say now? Go ahead, 503, man. I gotta get these crunches popping.
Get them crunches in.
Go ahead, my boy. My boy fella just filled in the building, north side. What's up, baby?
What's up with it, north side?
Y'all know what it is. It's your favorite, get your most hater fella. Respect for having me on again. Making that call, making that link. Y'all know what it is. Stay ready, already. 503 Lion, Ack-Reacher. Yes, sir.
Fella, I'm gonna make you an intro video, bro, and I got a perfect song for you. You gonna love it. Wait till I'm gonna do you something. I got you, and I still got to make 503 lines too. But I got something for you because I got a song. 503, I already know the song I'm talking about, but I got a perfect song. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna send it to you.
all right, yeah, surprising with it.
I got about that, but let me go ahead and cook on this situation, man. You know the pressure is coming down on Matchroom, man. Eddie Hearne, man. The numbers then came out. You know the money has been counted. The money is in the bank. We got James DeGale versus Eubank Jr. in the UK. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, you got Golden Boy at the zone now. They making fights over there. And you know, you said it, Mac. You said that shit, bro. Like a couple of months ago, you was like, man, that hoe got to the end of 2019. If he ain't doing nothing by the end of 2019, he gonna be off the zone. So I think what you saying, bro, that was like a prophecy or something, man. Cause that whole moving that whole moving real funny now.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
tell you,
saying? So
World Breaker was the first one to say it. But as I sit and watch and pay attention to everything that's going on, I'm gonna tell you when at first I was like, it might, I don't know. I got to see what's gonna go on. When they brought Golden Boy over there, I knew then the writing was on the wall because I know how much of a snake De La Hoya is. De La Hoya is a snake in the grass. I'm talking about that hoe is a rattlesnake, homie. That's a copperhead, and he's gonna attack at the perfect time, and he did with that Canelo fight. Because look at that undercard and the numbers they put out with Canelo. That was a strike from a snake. If y'all don't understand what I mean the
break it
majority of
down, break it down for us, man.
the majority of the undercard was matchroom fighters. You only had one fighter on that undercard that was a Golden Boy fighter besides Canelo. That was Ryan Garcia. The rest of them was all matchroom boxing, including Katie Taylor. All of them
Well,
matchroom fighting.
let's not
Well,
forget. David Lemieux was supposed to be on that card, but yeah, you're technically correct. Yeah, it was all matchroom.
but instead of De La Hoya bringing in another one of his fighters, they used a matchroom fighter. That
I
didn't
know
do nothing. That
free
didn't
my
do.
Black Star, free my Ghanaian, Basti Samir. He's
Yeah,
locked up in the basement somewhere in Golden Boy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, ain't
So
nobody
yeah,
getting no work from Golden Boy. It was all matchroom
so
fighters.
exactly. So guess what that opened the door for? So since they had some trash cards, they just opened the door to give Eddie Hearn all the blame because you had the majority of your fighters on there. You had one of your champions on there in Tevin Farmer too, giving Eddie Hearn the blame. If Eddie Hearn is the dude that's supposed to promote for Matchroom, then what? You got the $1 billion bag. They didn't give Oscar De La Hoya the $1 billion bag. They gave you even though we know how the $1 billion is gonna be broke down, they gave you the $1 billion bag. That's to pay the fighters. That's to make sure you have decent fights. That's to also promote the fights.
No,
Also,
but actually, isn't it just 250? Isn't it a quarter billion? I think it's just
no,
he's
it
guaranteed
was
a
a bit.
250.
It was $1 billion over so many years. I forgot how many years it was, but it was 1 billion for so many years. They didn't give it all to him up front. No, they probably broke it down per year, but it might have been
Two,
like 5 years.
yeah, that's why I think he got that 250. He
Yeah,
got that quarter billion out of that. But
but
even
he
with
ain't done
that
nothing
being
but what he
said,
got.
Canelo got a bigger deal than that. But that goes to show Canelo draws. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Matchroom's based off of UK numbers. You know what I mean? And UK pay-per-views. They BFTB was just talking about this, you know what I mean? And the jig is up. You know what I mean? The jig is up because we can all even relate this to back in the Klitschko eras when they was eating well in Germany. They was doing pay-per-views out in Germany, and we might have got the fight sometimes on HBO, but we wasn't paying no pay-per-view for no Klitschko fight. For them
never
times they
have.
was fighting, yeah, exactly.
Hold
You
on,
know what
but
I mean? But in
check
Germany,
this
they
out.
damn sure they
But check,
domestic. There's a difference between being a international pay-per-view star and a domestic pay-per-view star. And AJ is just a domestic pay-per-view star.
hey, but all
That's
right,
all
fella,
he is.
check this out. You're right. He's a domestic pay-per-view star because we don't pay for his pay-per-views. We get them for free. Even before we signed back with Eddie Hearn and they put his fight on his own, we was watching it on Showtime. Just like they put Dillian White and Chisora on Showtime. The
Right?
Zone didn't even pick that up. That's a major matchroom fight over in the UK. The Zone didn't want that. No, we don't want that. That was a good fight to have on his own, but they chose not to have it. Who fault is that? That's Eddie Hearn because he gave them so many trash cards. They didn't know what to expect with this Dillian White, Derek Chisora card. And then you got Deontay Wilder going pay-per-view in America, pay-per-view in the UK, pay-per-view in Germany, pay-per-view everywhere.
Yep.
He's making money. The Anthony Joshua pay-per-view in the UK free everywhere else. What sense does that make? Don't make no sense. I don't see it. It don't make sense to me.
His AJ's pay-per-view numbers in the US equate to, I believe I did a rough calculation, and it equates to a townhouse in in Hamilton, Ontario, where I'm from. $300,000 is all it's worth. You know what I mean? When you put together all them streams, 15,000 DAZN streams. Now, let's be generous and say all those streams were bot subscriptions. You know what I mean? So that's $20 a pop. That equates to about $300,000. That's embarrassing right there.
Hey, salute to the 2 thumbs downs I got. Hey, you helped me out more than you even know it, homie. Appreciate it. If you don't like what I'm talking about, yeah. Hey, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can hit the thumbs down too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, tell you like right now, thumbs down do a little bit more than the thumbs up do. Thank you. Help the algorithm out. Give me some more views, homie. But other than that, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. It's 11 people in the building. 9 likes. 2 dislikes. It's 12 people in the building. But yeah. But so as far as that goes, what do y'all think about their desperation right now? I know Ack touched on this a lot, but as far as the desperation of them begging for a fight, like a homeless man asking for change, you know what I'm saying? They out here begging like Keith Sweat to have a fight. What do y'all think? Because this is the funny part. When Barry Hearne came out and asked for the fight, that right there just showed me how bad Matchroom is doing right now. So what's y'all take on that right now? Go ahead.
I don't think they're begging. I think they're clout chasing. That's all they're doing. They they just clout chasing. They've been wanting to fight Dillian White. They ain't trying to fight. They ain't trying to fight Wilder until 2020, Las Vegas Stadium, when that opens up. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to fight no Tyson Fury. We all know that. Contractual agreements, Sky Sports, BT Sports in the UK is not going to make that happen. You know, they're trying to fight Dillian White, but once again, I think 78 alluded to this. That you got a clout chase to make this fight a little bit bigger than it actually is, because ain't nobody want to see AJ fight White again, and there ain't nobody trying to see this rematch. So they gotta prop it up somehow by getting AJ to talk about the other threats in the division. That's all it is.
Yeah. So what's your take on it, 503?
Yeah, like I was saying, I disagree with the homie all fella on this one. I think them hoes is desperate, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on, man. Al Heyman is fucking cutting the goddamn temperature up to the max, man, in the kitchen, man. Them boys is in the kitchen whipping up a brick, man. I'm talking about a pure brick of cocaine straight from.
They in the kitchen with the Pyrex shaking.
Man, that bitch coming straight from Colombia, man. That pure shit, man. Straight from Peru. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. I think about all these fights you got, and that's what I'm saying. He only released the Fox cards for this year. He haven't even released Showtime yet. You know what I'm saying? You got Pacquiao and Broner, Tank. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence. Like every month, bro, we got consistent good fights. You got Devin Haney fighting in a couple of more weeks. You know what I'm saying? You got Jared Hurd making his hometown debut. We don't know when Deontay Wilder coming back. You know what I'm saying? You got Caleb Plant versus Ugasaki. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many fights, bro. And once again, like I said, bro, another reason why they doing this is because the first card ever in the UK for PBC is Eubanks Jr. versus DeGale. That is a top quality fight, bro. Eubanks Jr. is one of the best 168 pounders in the UK. DeGale is probably the best 168 pounder in the UK, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first fight on
ahead of Callum Smith.
Nah, Callum Smith. No, they fight before Eubank Jr. I think Eubank Jr. is like on the 26th of February or something like that at the end of February. So man, it's just so much, bro, that these dudes got to compete with now, bro. And the zone see that. You know what I'm saying? The zone fucked up, man. When you gave a British promoter the keys to your car and you trying to get American buyers and shit like that, people from the US to fuck with you. You can't have
To be honest with you, hey, that same sentiment. It's like giving somebody who just got their license the keys to your Bentley Azure. You know, the two doors Bentley sports car. You know what I'm saying? And you know he about to put his foot in it. And
exactly.
you might get it back wrecked. You might get it back with a scratch on it. You might get it back because he didn't hit potholes and then warp your rim. You don't know what he finna do.
Exactly. How the fuck you gonna give a UK promoter the keys to an American car? Like, nah, the zone was meant for USA, for people like us, people like the LDBC and Smoke City and people that watch boxing in America. It wasn't for no European dude to run. You know what I'm saying? And all his cars last year was trash. You can't even tell me the zone card. What I mentioned in Anthony Joshua name. I can give you a gazillion fights that went on last year, and I don't even have to talk about Deontay Wilder or Charlo or Earl Spence. It was so many cards. There's gonna be so many cards this year. Well, we ain't talking about Deontay Wilder or Charlo or you know what I'm saying, the main guys at PBC. It's too much competition out there, bro. And these dudes got to deal with that now. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure is on, man. I don't think them hoes clout chasing. I think them hoes really trying to make a fight because they see what Deontay Wilder is doing, bro. He
Nah,
gross.
man, they still getting that money. Like I relate this back to the Klitschko and the Klitschko eras in Germany. You know what I mean? Klitschko's ate well. You know what I mean? They didn't give a damn about the U.S. networks or whatnot. They got comfortable over in Germany and did their thing. You know what I mean? To the point where even Germany was looking like world class with their productions. Y'all forget when that was one of the best actually walkouts I ever seen when Klitschko came out and against David Hay, like that elaborate that whole elaborate walkout. They had Will Stewart, George Foreman part of the walkout and everything. Like it was like it was like a play. You know what I mean? They had different scenes and whatnot. Like they was doing it. The Klitschko's was doing it big in Germany. That's what
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying. Like the AJ and Hearne have the same ideal. They took the same formula from Klitschko. That's why they think they're the A side. Once they whooped Klitschko, they took his formula as well. You know what I mean? So I don't think they really care about they care about the U.S. market, but at the same time, if it fails, they still know they're getting a 15 to 20 million in the UK, and that's good enough for them.
But you got to think about this too, though. You getting the best of both worlds, bro. Anytime you get a domestic fighter versus a U.S. fighter, you always gonna get the best of both worlds. So it's more in it at the end of the day if you combine the two. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got a Mexican fighter versus a black guy, you gonna always get the best of both worlds. And I think Eddie Hearn see that. That's why he's so adamant about getting AJ over here in the States. Why would AJ come out and say on the zone that he want to fight in America now? He want to fight in New York. He want to fight in Madison Square Garden. He want to fight in the Park.
Because the zone needs a boost. That's why.
They need a what?
Not because the zone needs a boost. Not so much because I think AJ needs a boost in the US. It's the zone that needs the AJ is supposed to be the vessel that attracts African American viewers to the zone to get the app, not Canelo. AJ was supposed to be that guy, and he's not doing it.
It's not working. I mean? He's not gonna work, bro. AJ fighting in the UK all the time. He fighting a bunch of well, I ain't gonna say unknown. He fighting a bunch of domestic guys or European guys. It's not going. You're not gonna get subscribers if you steady fighting a guy like Povetkin. You steady fighting a guy like Dillian White
and now now they realizing that, but at the same time now they clout chasing. They clout chasing just like Amir Khan clout chases. calling out the best of the best. But who's he fight? He's fighting Low Grecos. He's fighting Samuel Vargas, and now he clout chasing. I don't even think the Terrence Crawford fight is gonna happen. To be frank, you know what I mean? It's just another name that he's putting out there, and you end up seeing him fight another low-level European on the zone. You in the dig? So it's like that's the formula. That's the formula. I don't see them like the pressure's on, but the pressure's on in the aspect of the zone. They need to get their numbers up, you know what I mean? Especially they need to get their numbers up with regards to what Eddie Hearne's returning back, and he ain't returning shit back. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So basically, you got a guy like Canelo fighting a known attraction in the U.S. that's gonna come and steal all of what Eddie Hearne is trying to do. Because if you was to get Canelo versus Jaime Munguia in May, I promise you that'll do way more numbers than any fight that AJ ever did under the zone.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So AJ needs to fight he needs to fight anybody from the US, bro.
But hold on, before y'all mention the zone, y'all got to take the zone completely out of that.
Okay.
Because if AJ and Wilder fight, Wilder has already made it clear he's not fighting on the app. For one, he's a pay-per-view star now. He's not for the fight on the app. So y'all gonna have to come together and make something happen for pay-per-view. Because that's what he wants. He knows the AJ is a pay-per-view attraction in the UK, and Wilder is a worldwide pay-per-view attraction now. Not just America, not just UK. He just proved that with the numbers he just dropped. Can't nobody sit there and tell me that Anthony Joshua is doing more numbers.
And he's right not to want to be on the app, because that makes it just one-sided to AJ. Because you have to remember, it depends what type of, I don't know what type of split Wilder would get with the UK numbers, but Sky Sports would be putting on that pay-per-view if I'm right, and Matchroom would be getting pretty much the lion's share of that pay-per-view, while Wilder's stuck with the zone numbers, which is, you know what I mean, hella low. You know what I mean? It ain't shit. Like I said, I equated it to AJ's last numbers equate to $300,000. You know what I mean? $300,000. That's off of 15,000 views or streams off of his last fight on the DAZN app. So I mean, that's peanuts. You know what I mean? So there's no way Wilder should fight on that app. Damn right, he's gonna be bring that to Showtime pay-per-view. But there's another thing that we haven't really a possibility that we haven't really explored, is that DAZN could also put on their own pay-per-view.
Hey, I got some good news. I'm sorry, that's why I've been quiet. I've been over here texting. I've been sitting here texting Georgetta Foreman, so she just told me she's in the middle of moving right now from Houston back to LA, but she will be coming on the platform real soon. So I will have an interview with George Foreman's daughter, Georgetta, soon. So I'm just giving y'all the update on that. That's why I've been so quiet, because we've been texting back and forth. But yeah, so y'all will get that interview pretty soon. So y'all be looking out for it. And salute to everybody in the chat. One of the ones, matter of fact, one of the ones you got to come on, man. I need you on right now, because I need you to talk about this too, man. And I need to know
get yourself London ass up in here.
I need to know what you think about this, man.
Now, you know what? Joseph Parker is arguably a bigger pay-per-view star than AJ is. Why I say that? Because he has been able to secure UK pay-per-view numbers as well as New Zealand pay-per-view numbers, because all of his fights, even his last fight against that Flores kid from California, even that last fight was pay-per-view in New Zealand. All of his fights that are broadcasted in New Zealand are pay-per-view, motherfuckers. So I mean, he's arguably a bigger pay-per-view star than AJ. Got some other countries involved as well. So
yeah. So Rough House,
the jig is up.
and Rough House is in the building. Rough House. So you talk to me. What's your take on all this right now?
Hey, what it do, man? Hey, shout out to the boys. Stay ready. Salute to everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. Hey, I jumped in. So, what's the topic?
Uh, the Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearne Chronicles, the desperation that they right now, with all the desperation that they've shown in the media right now. Even Barry Hearns is saying he's desperate for the fight.
Oh
So
yeah,
this is my thing. Oddfella, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I agree with both of y'all. I agree with Oddfella and I agree with 503. They want the fight, but they clout chasing at the same time. I got to agree with them, and I agree with both. But Rough House, what's your take on it?
uh, I agree with everybody else, man. They do want the fight. They are clout chasing, but I'm gonna also put this on it, man. I don't believe they have the money to on that side with Matchroom to put forth a real boss's offer the way Deontay Wilder and Team Wilder did. You know what I'm saying? The combined pay-per-views between the US and the UK for the Wilder Fury fight was 1 million pay-per-views. That was I got that from Fanon. He reported that yesterday. All right. So that being said, the total that it drew after you converted it from British currency to United States money was, with the gate, was somewhere around $49 million. The the Klitschko AJ fight, just did slightly north of 50. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I don't think they have the money to come out of pocket, you know what I'm saying, and offer up 50 mil guaranteed the way Wilder did. So yeah, they want that fight, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna sit up and they're gonna, try to slick talk their way into the fight, but they want that fight at bottom barrel prices, because I don't believe they got the money to boss up and stud up, as Black Fight Fan would say, and make it worth Deontay Wilder's while. And if they can't get it, lowballing with the money, with the short pocket money that they're offering, then they always got that excuse. Well, we made an offer. Deontay's ducking us. He's outpriced himself. He doesn't really want to fight. So it's kind of a kind of a double-edged sword on their part, man. But DAZN is applying pressure, because even though AJ is not per se a DAZN fighter, AJ is Eddie Hearn's ace in the hole that he could pull out whenever when he's just got to make a big fight for DAZN. You know what I'm saying? That's his trump card right there. I've always got AJ. I can match up with somebody and we can throw that on DAZN. But at the same time, you got AJ, but do you have the purse? You know what I'm saying? To get that other fighter, that other top tier fighter in the ring.
Hey, I feel that. I'm sorry. I like everything you said, and to add on to that, that's why I honestly believe that I'm gonna get my wish, and we're gonna get Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale come April, come March or April, or maybe even May. Hopefully he make that fight for my birthday. That'll be the perfect fight on my birthday. My birthday falls on a Saturday this year too, and it's Memorial Weekend. That would be the perfect fight. Knock that whole out. But yeah, I think that's going to be the next fight for Wilder, and I think it's because of everything going on with Anthony Joshua and him, and not coming up with a better offer than because they still offering a flat fee. As of right now, they are still offering a flat fee, but they're the ones that are in the media clamoring for this fight right now. And then you got somebody like Anthony Joshua. What did he say the other day? He said, "Come on, Wilder, quit all this money talk. Sign the paperwork, take the fight so we can go and fight and see who's the best." No, homie. You said you're not looking. He said, "I don't care about the money. I'm not looking for it as a money. I just want to fight the best fighter." But you the one that asked for the $50 million. Am I correct, panel? Am I correct?
That's right.
He asked
Facts.
for $50 million. He said, "If this is a big fight, give me $50 million and I'll sign the paper right now." But when the paperwork, he come out and said, "Well, the reason we couldn't take the money because it's so many people that it wouldn't have been $50 million. In the end, it'd have been about 25 million, and all that extra bullshit." But he asked for the money at first. Now you're talking about it's not about the money. Then what is it about? What is it about, homie? Ack, where you at? You still on the maps?
Nah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I was did a couple curls too. But what's up, man? What's the question?
No, we were just sitting there. We were just talking.
About Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, well, basically, like I said earlier, man, it's real funny to me actually though. Now that remember how much Barry Hearn was saying we're gonna wait till 2000 what 20 or 22 something like that, and how he encouraged AJ not to take the fight, and at first they didn't accept they wasn't offered the 50 million. Now then it came out that he said they was offered it and it was real, and he was telling on himself, and you know what I mean, it's just a whole string of lies with these dudes, man. You know, and I just look at it as this. I actually think, honestly, because I heard what y'all was talking about earlier, it's a bit of clout chasing, but I agree more so with 503. I think they need to fight, man. I don't think them views did what they think that it was going to do. The views, the app itself, I don't think that it did what they was hoping for. Between
Had
Canelo and Anthony Joshua, you can't make something pop.
Canelo had the most views so far, and it's been 15,000.
And that's not even a lot.
Nah, that's trash.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a lot at all. You know what I mean? Especially the standard that I hold Canelo to. No, that's not good at all, man. And this is what I was trying to tell my friend earlier. You know what I mean? Like Deontay Wilder is the definite A side, man. Like you can't fight dudes like Alexander Pedvekin and think that you're gonna grab our attention. You know, and things like that. You need to make big fights, and I think the zone and people at the zone, I think they're behind. You know, the big wigs. I think that they're really putting the press on Eddie Hearn, and they're gonna put the press on Oscar De La Hoya too.
I don't think they're gonna put the press on Oscar as much as they put it on.
Yeah. I agree.
Because
But
for one, as long as Oscar has the biggest star in boxing, ain't nothing they can do because they want that big star over there, regardless of the fact Oscar's still his promoter. Anthony Joshua is not the biggest star in boxing. He's not even the fifth biggest star in boxing. You know what I'm saying? You got people with bigger names, and Anthony Joshua is not known over here. He's not. But you got people that, in my eyes, as far as star power in America, Deontay Wilder, Canelo, Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence. Hell, Terrence Crawford is building up a great name, and he's about to be out the sport. Amir Khan has a bigger name in America than he got.
Hey, stay ready, bro. AB got a bigger name than AJ.
Yeah, as far as attraction.
Yeah,
Yep, AB's up there. AB might be,
yeah,
AB's top three.
yeah. In the States, shoot, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying.
and even though he's not American, Pacquiao's got a much bigger name in the States than AJ.
Yeah, Pacquiao's a bigger star, and he old.
Yeah,
And until Floyd Mayweather decide if he gonna actually stay retired or keep taking these exhibition fights, he's a bigger attraction. I bet you I put money on it right now that they got more buys for that Mayweather fight against June Tao than any of Anthony Joshua fights.
I
Is
believe it.
anybody? Yeah,
I
and
believe it.
I'm talking UK numbers too. That June Tao fight probably. I bet you the fight views on YouTube is probably at about 10 million right now.
I can definitely see it.
You know, And that's just because it's Floyd Mayweather, and he's fighting an Uber driver. You know, I'm just I'm just saying. Anthony you got to, and then on top of that, you still saying that you want to fight in the UK. There ain't no money over there, homie. Y'all can beg for that fight to be over there all you want to on April 13th, but no, that fight should be over here in America. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from the UK fans. Believe me, I understand that y'all want to fight over there and everything, but I'm looking at for it as a business standpoint, from a marketing standpoint. I was in sales, so let me break the business part further down for you. Me being in sales, I'm looking at where I can maximize my profit. I cannot maximize my profit with that fight in the UK, but I can maximize my profit in that fight in America, or put it in somewhere uh, in between. I wouldn't even say in Europe. We could make that fight in Nigeria, but it'll have to be somewhere neutral. But
Dubai.
yeah, Dubai, because I want to maximize my profitability. I want to
Nah,
maximize
don't give it to them.
well, I'm just looking at it as much as I can sell my tickets for. You got a cap on how much you can sell your tickets for in the UK. You also have a cap on how much you sell that pay-per-view for in the UK. If I have that fighting on American soil, I can charge up to out. I've seen tickets for fights go for almost $20,000 or more in LA. And I mean not LA, but Las Vegas.
Yep.
And more. And then I've seen where the lowest ticket is about $500. So you mean to tell me if I'm in a 20,000 seat venue and the highest ticket is about $20,000 and the lowest ticket is let's say the lowest ticket is 250,000. I mean $250. I promise you, just filling that arena alone, he's gonna make more than anything that Anthony Joshua's ever made. That's not including the TV numbers, bro. That's not including the pay-per-view numbers. And then when you get the pay-per-view numbers added with the American public and the UK public, and knowing that Deontay Wilder is an American star, well, really a worldwide star, the numbers are astronomical that you would make on this fight. From a sales point of view, not anything else. I'm just looking at it for a sales point of view. I'm looking at me maximizing my profit. And then on top of that, you still gonna make profit off the concession. You still gonna make profit. I mean, you still what else you got? You're gonna be pushing this fight. Pushing this fight is gonna be bigger because you're looking at just two champions. People want to see two champions, two knockout artists. If you think people ain't coming to this fight, Tyson Fury ain't a knockout artist. He's just a good boxer. And then he's white. That's why it's sold. If you want to know why that fight really sold, he's white. He's a champion that didn't lose his belts. He's white.
Oh, and he can talk. And he can talk a little bit.
He can sell the hell out the fight.
He is an excellent self-promoter.
Anthony Joshua not gonna do that. Anthony Joshua don't talk like that. He don't.
See, you know what? It's crazy because that was one of the things that Deontay was saying, about it was a load off his shoulders to finally have somebody, a dance partner, that could help sell and promote the fights. And he wasn't doing all the promotion by himself, so he will be right back to square one with Anthony Joshua. Man, that dude is so robotic and uncharismatic and the most boring personality in the world. So
some people like that though.
Hey, hold on.
You gotta understand that some people like that shit.
I don't.
I'm not one of them, but there's a lot of the public that like the way AJ moves. You know, dig? So
salute the Scrapbox in the building. He just came through. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Scrapbox if y'all want to be up on your history of the sport of boxing. And my sister just came through, and she said something in the chat that made me realize we forgot all about the betting aspect. Just for the fight being in Vegas alone, the betting, man, you're gonna have round for round betting. You're gonna, because you're right there in Vegas watching the fight, things like that. This fight would make 15 times more money than it would in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
2020. That's why I say it ain't gonna happen until 2020, man. Till they open that new stadium, that 80,000 seat stadium up in Las Vegas.
And make sure y'all
Fight ain't
smash the
gonna
like
happen.
button. And another thing that I gotta add to that $20 pay-per-view in England is not what that is. When you're gonna come to America and the pay-per-view number, I guarantee you that pay-per-view is gonna be $100. Nothing less. It's
Oh,
gonna
real
be
talk.
$100. The last
Yeah,
one was
Already.
$75, but this one is gonna be $100 because this is for undisputed.
this is undisputed.
This is for who is the baddest man on the planet. Minus what weight class you in, this is the baddest man on the planet, hands down. And we're going to see who it is at the end of this fight. And one of them is going to get knocked out. This ain't no 12-round fight. Somebody is getting knocked the fuck out.
Yep.
Hey, Mac, check this out, bro. And you know, one of the crazy things was after AJ made that comment about, well, give me 50 million and I'll sign the contract tomorrow. Eddie Hearne had to come back behind him and do cleanup damage. You know
Man,
what I'm
he had to do
saying?
PR. He had to do PR.
Yeah, he had to do PR, and then he was going. He had the gall to say out of his own mouth, "Well, this fighter probably only make 40, 50 million dollars. Some at the." I was like, "Dude, are you crazy? 40, 50 million dollars for the undisputed heavyweight championship fight, the fight of the decade." But you know what? He might have been telling the truth in the UK because it'll cap out. Ticket prices will cap out. Pay-per-view prices will cap out. But here in the States, that's $100 million fight minimum all day long. All day long. So that made me wonder, either are you just that greedy that you want to lowball Deontay and you want to eat all the pie for yourself, or is it really the fact that you got shallow pockets over there? You know, is that what it is? And yeah, that's all I was wanting to say. That made me that came to mind just a second ago.
Hey, nothing wrong with it, man. It's just real talk because he did a lot of PR work on that. That's when he came out the money. It ain't real. How does this kid from Alabama come up with $50 million? What do you mean? How does this kid from Alabama come up with $50 million? Like, what do you mean? You don't even know what it is like to even be in Alabama. You ain't never been in Alabama. So what do you mean? Like,
That guy
real
don't
talk.
even know American culture, man.
Like that really struck a nerve with me. But we ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna talk on that. We talked racism yesterday. I ain't
Nah,
gonna.
you don't know American culture. Calling Chi-Town Chi-Town. Should have been shot for that.
And Lars Dawkins said, why does people say Nigeria? The reason I said Nigeria, Lars, is because both of these guys has Nigerian heritage, as far as AJ and as far as Wilder. And having that fight in Nigeria and Africa, that would make for a great storyline. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, I was looking at the fight from a sales and marketing standpoint.
Hey, Mac, check it out, man. You know, one of the things that I wanted to say yesterday, but you said to save it for the conversation today, is I've noticed that a lot of like the crazy comments and the shade I get, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section on my channel, bro.
They done slowed down a lot, haven't they?
Yeah, they done slowed down. But check it out. You got three main groups. You got white Americans that, you know what I'm saying, that hate Wilder. You got like white UK fans that hate Wilder, and then you got Africans. They're just as heavy in all of that shade throwing and the hate as anybody else. And I'm like, dang, really?
Because you know why? I'm just like, hey, y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Smash the like button in this hole. You Whataburger smelling hoes. Y'all just looking at it's 22 people in the building, man. Hey, I got 4 dislikes and 15 likes. That means we shot 3. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up, man. I appreciate
Dag,
everybody.
you got 4 dislikes, Mac?
I'm loving
Dag, that's what happened when you talk about AJ?
every time, every single time. But the crazy part about it, bro, you want to, the real crazy part, they in the chat and they watch it. But when the video was processed and is up, you're gonna see the comments come through, and it's gonna be all hate comments. And I love every bit of that's. I done got to where I was gonna delete them, but no, I'm gonna leave them up just so people can see it. I'm gonna leave them up there.
Mac, Abel Mari want a link.
Abel want in? All right, Abel, I'm finna shoot you something. Hold on. Okay, there we go. But yeah, man, y'all gonna see all that as soon as the video get processed. I'm gonna screenshot and send it to you because every time I even put AJ or Eddie Hearne name or even Josh Taylor, bro, I'm a Josh Taylor fan. That's the crazy part about it. I'm a Josh Taylor fan, but I made a video when I went with Ryan Martin. I ate my crow, but I just wanted to see the brother do good because Ryan Martin is a good fighter. He's a damn good fighter. He didn't fight how he normally fight when he fight Josh Taylor. Then I found out he got hurt in camp, and that's why he didn't fight like that, and that's why he really got beat up. But man, I I just said I was gonna go with with Ryan Martin on that fight. Man, they was in my comments going in, bro, like serious business. And that's just how these fans are. So them 4 likes don't surprise me. What they don't understand is that is they helping out the visibility of my show. They just bringing me more followers. So the more dislikes I get, the more y'all help out with the algorithm with the YouTube, and they send it out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to start doing the stuff to have these live videos put on iTunes, man. So once I get all that up and going, I'm gonna let everybody know so y'all can go subscribe to my podcast on iTunes and the speaker. And I'm gonna try to get that shit on SoundCloud and everything, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we got to utilize every platform that we can, bro. We got to maximize our profitability.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but it was going back to what I was saying, man. I had African cats telling me Deontay Wilder is a criminal and he's a hooligan and a thug, and AJ is so dignified and respectable. I was like, man, that dude don't like you. He don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? But you sit here swinging from his scrotum, you know what I'm saying, and singing his praises. He could care less about you.
You should have told him. You should have told him. AJ's the one that's got a criminal record. Deontay don't. So who you gonna call? You calling him a criminal? Like y'all are fucking idiots. Like real talk. They idiots, man. At the end of the day. Miami Bandit, salute to you. He said, what to do, Chad and family in the panel. Shout out from Tusker, Arizona. Salute to you. And salute to you, Corner Girl. She said, haters just make you stronger. I know it, baby girl. I know it. Eric Jenkins in the building. Salute to you. Brown on boxing say, like button, smashed. Salute to you. They watch and they hating because AJ is a coward. Yeah, he a coward, man. And my sister talking about I don't have a like button. Man, if you don't smash that like button, Jeff Marshall said, yo, Jeff Marshall. Salute to y'all, everybody in the chat, man. But yeah, I sent Abel Maharia, I sent Abel a link. But he ain't in the chat yet. But man, so as far as everything going on with AJ and Deontay Wilder, so as of right now, it seemed like from the trainer's perspective that Fury is having cold feet. And they want him to fight AJ, so when they fight, it can be for all the belts, or whatnot. But Deontay Wilder said if he don't fight Fury next, he's gonna fight Dominic Breazeale. So I'm getting my wish. What y'all take on that?
Yeah, I like that.
Y'all know I do.
I want him to hurry up. Like I've been saying, Fury is on the clock. He's on the clock, and I'm tired of waiting. Everybody's tired of waiting. We want to know what the next move is, just like Wilder does. You know what I mean? And if it can't be Fury, let's go on and get this Breazeale work. You know what I mean? And finish it, clean him up, because there's really some unfinished business with him, with the whole situation with after the fight. We all know the story, how Breazeale got punked in front of his family. I think Marcellus Wild slapped him up, snuffed him or whatnot, you know what I mean? And for the kids, in front of the wifey. So yeah, let's get this fight going. We saw they played for the cameras on the Fox, on the Fox undercard. Breazeale went to the ring apron, And Wilder was standing right there, says, I'm ready, you know what I mean? Anytime or whatever, you know what I mean? So storyline's built. Let's go with this Wilder Brazil.
Hell, I'm ready for it because y'all know I want that whole decapitated. Hey, La La D in the chat. Salute to you, La La D and Miss Boxing Fanatic. Hey, so we got the sisters in here. We got Miss Boxing Fanatic, Shakita, La La D, and Corner Girl 66.
Yeah,
Salute
bring
to
them
the
out. Bring
salute.
them out.
Let me
Salute to
find out.
the
Stay ready. Let me
what?
find out.
Salute
You
to the
got
ladies
all the
of
joints.
boxing.
You got all the joints in your page, man.
Man, they love good boxing conversation, bro. They love good boxing conversation. Salute to Rob Sportsman Lee in the building. Man.
Yo, they say his name is Mac for a reason.
Yo, there was Hearne.
There you go. There y'all go. There y'all go. So, hey, matter of fact, hey, so what's your take on Dominic Brazil?
It's time to take out the trash, fellas. Time to take out the trash. I'm actually
Indeed.
happy. I'm happy about it because now we get him, excuse my language, Mac, all the way the fuck out of here.
Hey,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Hey,
We can knock him out, and then basically the sky's the limit. And we can use that fight as a stay busy fight, so that we can stay sharp and keep our skills honed and things like that. So I'm kind of happy about it because I'm sick of him and I'm sick of Dillian White, man. If Joshua actually makes that Dillian White fight, not to
hey,
bring him up and go
hold
off topic, I just want all of the dudes that's in the middle to get knocked off.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I would not be surprised if after Dominic Brazil, if Fury don't make that fight, that Dillian White fight Deontay Wilder after that. I wouldn't be surprised. You know why? Because Dillian White came out yesterday and said he's tired of waiting on AJ. He don't even want to fight AJ no more. Hey, mute yourself. Somebody mute. I heard a whole bunch of wind. But yeah, he said I wouldn't. I don't want to fight AJ no more. I want to fight Fury or Wilder because I'm tired of waiting on AJ. So I wouldn't be surprised if Deontay Wilder took that fight, and it'll be in America because y'all know Deontay Wilder's the A side, and nothing Eddie Hearn can do about it because if Dillian White signs that contract, hey, he's just gonna have to come over here and take that fight.
Hey, bro, and you know what? When I was a kid, my parents used to tell me if one person say something about you, then it's a good chance it's just them saying stuff. But if everybody's saying the same thing about you, you might want to check yourself. And ain't it funny how all of these heavyweights are starting to say the exact same thing about Anthony Joshua? Star tactics, maneuvering and sidestepping and all of this stuff. Because Dillian White, he was the matchroom guard dog, and he had AJ's back because he just knew he was in line to get that shot. But now is AJ, like you said, Mac, they pulling the same stuff that they was pulling on Wilder. They pulling it on Dillian White now. You know what I'm saying? Now he see. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how everybody, Fury said the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Even Big Baby Miller said
Even
bro.
Big Baby Miller, bro.
And he's a known duck artist, but he even sees it. That's crazy when you got somebody like Big Baby Miller calling you out for ducking.
We got Ortiz out there saying the same shit too.
Yeah, Uncle Luis is out here saying it too.
Yeah. So now, not only is the general public, calling you a duck, you got your peers, which fighters are gonna call each other, out on stuff like that anyway. But you got basically the whole upper echelon of the division pointing at you, calling you a ducker.
Facts, all of them. And then ain't nobody trying to fight you no more. Like right now, does anybody know in the sport of boxing who's clamoring for an Anthony Joshua fight? Period. Even Povetkin don't even want his rematch. He said he wanted to fight Dillian White.
Yep.
So who's clamoring for a Dillian White fight? I mean, for an Anthony Joshua fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Joshua fought Trevor Bryan. He not fit to fight Brian Jennings because he got a fight coming up.
I actually would favor Anthony Joshua in that fight, though.
I would too, but what I'm saying is, who is he fit to fight?
I mean, he don't want to fight Big Baby Miller if he can't if he ain't trying to make the Dillian White fight.
But here's the thing. Have you heard anything on it?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. And I heard Big Baby Miller's for the fight Trevor Bryan for the WBA regular title.
Oh my God!
So who is he gonna fight? Joe Joyce?
So they stripped Emmanuel Char?
Emmanuel Char got stripped months ago. Yes, he did.
I remember them stripping him. I heard he got suspended.
Hold on, I do.
Nah, bro. You need to recheck your facts, man. Yeah.
This was something that I think Boxer 24 reported. I might be wrong, or it might have been something else, but I remember them reporting that.
Char is still the holder of the WBA world. The WBA still hasn't came to a decision of what they're going to do with that belt.
Syrian boxer champion Manuel Char to be stripped of the WBA title after failing drug tests.
Yeah, but how old is that article, man? He's still. If you look at the updated, go to the updated, go to even the WBA website, and you'll see his name will still be there. And the last rankings.
This says 1 month ago, Manuel Char suspended and stripped of WBA title despite protests. He got busted back in September. This was just a month ago. I knew I wasn't tripping. And this was on World Boxing News. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Man. He ain't been stripped.
Okay, well, that's what they said. But I remember when they was making the fight for Trevor Bryan, it hasn't been official. But when they were making the fight, it was
another reason why I know it ain't been stripped because during this because this happened back in September, and Eddie Hearne was trying to get that belt on the line for Jarrell Blubber Lang Miller against Bogdan Dino. They was trying to get Char stripped and put that belt on the line for that.
You wasn't gonna be able to do it because Bogdan wasn't ranked that high in the WBA. He wasn't ranked.
I thought Frederick waiting on his shot. I thought he would be next up to fight anybody if anything happened with that belt.
They were supposed to fight actually. Frederick and Big Baby Miller was supposed to fight. That was supposed to be the fight for.
Right for that belt. That's right. But then Frederick said, "Nah, it won't be enough time for drug testing."
Yeah, but Frederick been waiting for a minute though. He deserves nobody else. You know what I mean? Whoever got to fight him, but nobody else has deserved that shot. Frederick been waiting since that title was vacant and he was supposed to fight Shannon Briggs.
No, you're right about that, but I'm just saying he declined the shot against Big Baby Miller for that time slot.
Man, Freds or Kendo. Then they went to his old ass down. That's what the fuck he went to do. When the last time that dude fought?
But I blame it on Briggs. And his cheating ass.
I'm not gonna blame it on nobody. He could have still been fighting. He could have still been fighting. Dude ain't fought in 30 years. And he about 85 years old. Like, God damn. We can't sit there and just keep waiting on this man to fight. And he's just sitting there for the past 5 years waiting on an opportunity to get the WBA title. What you gonna do as soon as you get it, retire? Or as soon as you lose, retire? Like, dude, just retire. Don't nobody want to fight your old ass because they scared they're going to hurt your crippled ass and put you in a nursing home.
It don't matter. It's a secondary black belt anyways, right, Ack-Reacher?
Yes, sir. That's his belt you give to your sister or your girlfriend after you win it. Or maybe your kid if you got any. Exactly. I ain't walking around with it.
Hey, everybody in the chat saying he's still the WBA, so I guess he is because I haven't looked. I was just looking at those articles.
Thank you. Salute to the art fella up in this bitch, huh?
my man's in here.
Salute Robert Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? Salute to BBG. BBG.
I see you, BFTB, man. Just got done fucking roasting all them dudes on your page.
Yo. Hey, stay ready. You can send BFTB a link.
Yeah, he in there.
BFTB right there.
Yo, because we need to debate this millennial status right here, bro. Because I'm kind of jaded right now, dog. I'm trying to confused right now about this whole lineal issue because I don't know how Klitschko got to become the lineal.
Well, I tell you the
I'm with you with that, odd fella.
Hey,
I'm with you.
hold on. Y'all go ahead and y'all. Hey, BFTB, what's up, my brother? Where 503 go? Is BFTB still there? BFTB in here, but let me see.
Ducking that work. I'll bring him out. Ducking that work.
Oh no, BFTB.
Don't say that. Don't get him started. That's like saying Candyman. That's like saying Candyman.
Real talk.
Make him appear.
He just said Bloody Mary in the mirror.
Basically.
I don't know why I can.
Oh, so hey, check it, Mac. I gotta drop off and handle something real quick, but I'll jump back on, man, as soon as I'm through.
All right, take care of your business.
Yeah.
503. I guess I could. 503 BFTB just dropped out. 503 dropped out. I guess they gonna have to come back in because I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, but where you at? Oh, there you go. He back.
There you go.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
There you go. My boy, best fight, the best boxing.
Stay motherfucking ready. If you ain't ready, you better get ready. Duck down, lay down out this motherfucker.
Hey, Chris, get out the way when BFTB's in the building, bro. You don't want that work.
You know the drill. So I heard we talking about lineal. I really tap in.
Yeah. I was trying to step to you, bro. I was trying to step to you because I'm kind of jaded. I'm trying to confuse.
Sandy, let me know what you.
I was questioning how Klitschko.
Y'all go ahead and cook. I'm about to run to the restroom real quick. Y'all cook. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. Because I'm questioning how Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko, to be exact, became the lineal. Because you said there's 3 ways. Yep. How you become the lineal.
Yes,
but
sir.
I don't see how, there's only one little small argument to make Klitschko the lineal is that he was a number 1 fighting a so-called number 3 in the division or a number 2 in the division.
No, sir.
But other than that, I don't believe he became the lineal.
Okay.
Therefore, Tyson Fury cannot be the lineal.
Whenever you ready, you let me know, King, and I'm gonna learn you up.
No, okay. So let me know. Give me some knowledge, BFTB.
For sure.
Let me know.
Yes, sir, boss. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. All right. So here are the 3 ways you can become lineal. The first way, the numero uno way, the way that it was designed is you be the lineal king before you. That way we have a clear line of succession. Numero uno.
Okay.
Now, what happens is shit happens to people. Something happens, they could die, they can retire, whatever the case may be, they can retire on top as the king, which is what Lennox Lewis did. Well, when Lennox Lewis retires on top as the king, the same as several other lineal champions have before Lennox Lewis.
Right.
Then a new lineal must be established. So
and how is that established?
Let's explain.
Okay.
That is a beautiful question, King. Let me go ahead and learn you up.
I'm walking with you.
In the rankings, right? Of any time there is a lineal king, there is a man behind them. The lineal king must continue to fight. It never stops. That's how the succession goes on. Because the next guy, it's supposed to be the number 1 guy that the lineal guy fights. When he fights the number 1 guy behind on that ladder, and he beats that guy, he's still lineal. He just keeps going. If the number 1 guy beats him, well, now the number 1 guy becomes a lineal, right? So
all right, KK. So let's stop it there.
Hold on. Let me keep going with you. Let me keep going because there is no stop. That's just how it is. That is how it goes. Right?
But I want to extrapolate it into the Lennox Lewis situation, how he retired.
I am going to go there.
Okay.
It is all one road, my brother. It's all one road.
All right. Let's continue to drive down this road.
Sweet.
So drive down memory lane.
Again, you have 1 guy. He retires. If he gets beat, then it's the guy that beat him that's now the man. That's supposed to be the number one guy. This is the reason why the lineal is so important, because it relies on that ladder. It doesn't rely on the sanctioning bodies, how the sanctioning body can pick, oh, this guy's number 4 or this guy's number 8, and the number 8 guy beats the champion. Now the number 8 guy becomes the champion. No, lineal doesn't rely on that. Doesn't rely on that. The lineal relies on the number 1 guy. When Lennox Lewis retired, the number 1 guy was Vladimir Klitschko, not Vitaly. Vitaly was number 2. The number 3 guy was Ruslan Chagayev. So that leads me right into how you establish a lineal when the man that beats the man that beats the man and so on and so forth retires. Remember, we're on the same road. So the lineal king is supposed to fight the number 1 guy. So if you would have wanted something that would have cleared up everything, Vladimir Klitschko would have fought Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis would have lost. That would have cleared up everything. But because that never happened, and he retired, now you have to establish a new lineal, which has been done at least 5 times in the history of lineal. Number 1 versus number 2 must fight each other. If number 1 and number 2 fight each other, the winner of that becomes the lineal. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, being that, right, and it's in the rules. You can look. You don't got to believe BFTB. I don't want nobody to believe
it's in the rule, and you're speaking it. But technically, I see a flaw already.
There is no technicalities, my brother. There's 0 technicalities. This is what it is.
Because you said Vitaly Klitschko is number 2.
That's right. So let me speak on it. Let me speak on the other part of the rule that is there. You don't got to believe me. It is there. Go read it.
All right.
If for any reason number 1 and number 2 cannot fight each other, there has to be a reason why they cannot. Then number 1 versus number 3 becomes lineal. It's in the rules. Well, the reason why number 1 versus number 2 couldn't fight each other because they were brothers. So the brothers didn't fight. Number 1 fought number 3, which was Ruslan Chagayev. He became lineal. What happened after that is Povetkin moved up to number 2, and Chambers moved up to number 3, and Ruslan became number 4. It happened almost simultaneously when Vladimir fought Ruslan. It happened almost simultaneously. Right? So then what happened is they say, oh, well, Vladimir's not lineal because Povetkin and Chambers are 2 and 3 now, and Ruslan was 4. So he fought the number 4 guy. Well, Vladimir went back and he fought the other 2. So then he fought Povetkin. Then he fought Chambers, and he cleared it up. So he essentially fought number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Vladimir Klitschko did more to become the lineal champion than any other guy before him. None of the other ones had to do that. They fought 1 guy and became the lineal. Vladimir Klitschko fought 3.
So that's I'm hearing some feedback in the.
Go ahead. What you said?
No, I'm saying so that's the criteria right there.
That's on your end.
What you say?
I said when we talking, you get a echo.
Hey, that's bro. Go on mute, man.
No, that's BFTB side.
That's me. You hear an echo right now?
Yeah, I hear an echo from your side. Not no more. Oh, yeah, I do. There it is.
Hold on 1 second. Let me do so. Hold on.
Okay. But what was you saying, fella?
I'm saying so that's the criteria for establishing the lineal. Because if that's the criteria, I disagree with that. And I'll ask the panel if you agree with this. To establish a lineal champion, the only way to reset it is through obtaining undisputed.
I disagree with that.
Not by fighting the 1 and the 2 guy You have to maintain all the belts.
I disagree with that. D-Lo 404.
What's up, D-Lo?
What's up?
Speak your piece with the motorcycle going in the background.
Yeah,
because
man. As always, I'm in traffic.
What's the sense of chasing after undisputed if it doesn't reset the course of the lineal championship? Everybody should be just chasing after Tyson Fury. It didn't make no sense. That's what undisputed is about. How are we gonna have an undisputed? Say AJ and Wilder were to fight. What does that mean if Fury's still sitting there?
You want me to answer?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, part of what I'm gonna say about that. The first thing I'm gonna say about your what's the point of chasing undisputed. Now think back. Iron Mike Tyson. He was undisputed, right? You still had those who questioned his validity as the champion. Iron Mike went on to fight. He fought Holmes, who was the lineal champ, who lost to Spinks. But a lot of people will get saying that Holmes really won those fights, but Mike had already beat him. Then he went on to fight Michael Spinks because he pretty much had to, so that people would recognize him as a champ. I know that's kind of a different situation because the lineal championship was passed. Nobody had retired at that time. It's a little bit different. But Fury retired. Fury retired. No one became the lineal champ because number 1 and 2 never fought while Fury was out. And there was no reason number 1 and 2 couldn't fight. They just never fought. Fury came back, and for all intents and purposes, is the recognized lineal champion. And in my opinion, even if those guys do become undisputed, Fury still has a claim to be the lineal champion, and they need to clean that up. That's why
the thing, D-Lo. That's why I'm questioning Klitschko's status as being lineal. Therefore, I'm questioning Fury.
I agree with everything BFTV said.
If Klitschko ain't the lineal, how Fury gonna be the lineal?
I agree with everything BFTV said. I actually jumped on to answer that question, but BFTV beat me to it, and there was nothing else I could really add that he didn't say. I mean, everything he said is accurate. And to be honest with you, if you say Fury isn't the lineal champion, then that means nobody is. But I mean, to me, the argument is there for Fury. The argument is not there for anybody else. The only other person who really would have an argument is if you don't recognize Vlad as the lineal champion, but you recognize Vitaly, then that's easy. Then that says Deontay Wilder is the lineal champion, but Deontay Wilder isn't even making that claim.
Boy, so, in my opinion, I recognize nobody as a lineal.
No, because you're kind of making up your own rules when you say that you have to be undisputed. I mean, that makes sense, but that's not what the rules say. You know, I mean, I can understand why someone would feel that way, but that's not what the rules say.
Yeah. Anybody else want to add on to that? 503 Abel at Roughhouse.
I agree with our fella. I do think that Undisputed should, reset everything and establish you as a lineal. You have all 4 Infinity Stones. I'm be honest with you.
4.
Yeah, it's 4 belts. All yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't get out of here with that IBO shit.
You mean that WBO?
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I was thinking IBO. It's the WBO. I really don't even like that. It's the IBF, WBC, and the WBA. Hey, WBO, the WBO wasn't recognized until the 80s. I hate that belt. I really do. I'd
rather
that than the other belt. I'm not gonna say.
Let me say something on that for right quick.
There we go.
If that was the case, then the lineal championship got broken up a long time ago.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm talking about even before Lewis.
Well, he technically established undisputed.
No,
man. By your criteria, you're gonna wipe out the lineal championship long before Lennox Lewis ever had it.
Way longer. Way
hold
longer.
on. What did I just walk into? Tell me what are y'all talking about?
We still on the lineal champion.
So what is it that we are not understanding though? I'm trying to let me so I can clear it up. What are we missing?
No, well, I'm disputing the fact that the criteria established by saying that the one fighting the number 3, or well, in this case, the number 3 establishes the lineal.
Why would
I believe that you have to be undisputed to reset the linealship.
So hold on.
Why do you believe that?
Hold on.
Let me get it right.
Real quick, let me say something. So you basically want the lineal to act like the ring belt. Because the only way you can get the ring belt is if you're undisputed. If nobody's undisputed, it just sit there until somebody get it.
Okay, well, can you show me? Can you refer us to a link where the linealship is written in stone?
Hey, actually, Vladimir had the ring belt and Tyson Fury did too.
Hold on a second, brothers.
Because man number acting like what I'm talking about is coming out of left field, and all I'm saying is that undisputed resets the linealship.
Hold on.
It does not. It does not. Yeah, cook. I know this. So I mean, I can cook on this.
Yeah.
I know this, like for real know this. Well, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'll jump in. I'll get it after you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's why I was telling him to hold on, because I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Okay, so I was having some issues, some technical difficulties that I got squared away. So let's go ahead and get back in it, because this is really simple. I mean, we're making this more than what it is. The undisputed started it. That's what people are getting. People are saying, oh, because it says undisputed in the rule, the regulations when you're talking about lineal. Undisputed is what started it. People are getting, they're now they're saying, oh, well, there needs to be an undisputed champion first before there's a lineal. No, there does not. No, there isn't. There's not. Listen, the undisputed king was John L. Sullivan. He was undisputed. There was nobody else. There was no other champion than him.
Right.
So and listen, you people, and you're not the only one, and there's no shade to you, my king. You already know how me and you do. You know what I'm saying? There's no shade and nothing like that. What people get, and they have this thing in mind now, is the WBA, the WBC, the WBO, and the IBF. You must understand, there was none of those belts when there was a lineal champion. None of them. Jack Johnson was the lineal champion. Belt did he have other than that? None. Sanctioning bodies were created for money. Lineal champion is the purest thing in boxing. It gets no purer than that. The lineal champion is the man that beat the man. It has nothing to do with money. Nothing. And we're trying to combine the two. The WBC, the WBA, it used to be the NBA, you know what I'm saying? And that was in like 1921, but the king was in 1867. You know what I'm saying? This is like 60-something years before there was even a WBA belt. This came into play for money. People added the WBC for money. They added the IBF like 50 years later for money. And the WBO the same year in 88 for money. These are money. These are sanctioning bodies getting their hands on money. So we are taking these belts and saying, oh, there needs to be an undisputed. Listen, undisputed has nothing to do with the lineal champion. Nothing. At one time, there was damn near an undisputed king, and he wasn't the lineal champion. Let me say that again. There was almost an undisputed king, and he was not the lineal champion. The lineal champion at that time was Shannon Briggs. Why? Because he had beat the lineal champion before him, which was George Foreman. And George Foreman didn't have a belt at all. There was three other belts were roaming around with other fighters. Are y'all hearing me?
I agree with everything you've been saying. I just been letting y'all cook on it.
Yeah, the lineal champion has nothing absolutely nothing, I mean, to do with the undisputed champ. The only reason why you even mention undisputed is because that's how the lineal started. John L. Sullivan was the undisputed king. That's how it started. Period. It doesn't reset when you get another undisputed champion. There was already one. John L. Sullivan. That's the line that started. You don't just create a new line. It's the same thing. That's why you have the ladder. That's why, listen, this is how lineal champions go on in infamy. There will always be a next man up. That's who the lineal champion should be fighting, the next man up. Whoever is the number one guy, that's who the lineal champion should be fighting. The next man up. And when he loses, then that guy is the next champion. Well, guess what? If he dies or retires, the next man up is the guy he was going to fight anyway. So
number one guy.
So now that, what'd you say?
I said the number one guy.
Exactly. That's the next man up. So
the rules are the rules. You can't change the rules.
But there's no need to. There's no need to. Where the confusion gets into play is people start looking at the four sanctioning bodies. But you got to understand those four sanctioning bodies didn't exist when Lineal Championship did. They didn't exist. There was no WBC. There was no WBA. And the IBOT and the IBF and the WBO were established in 1988. They had nothing to do with Lineal. Nothing. Lineal started in the 1800s. People are confusing them. They are adding them together, and it doesn't work that way.
Hey, well, BFTB, check this out. In the event that the lineal champion does die, retire, get hit by an asteroid, whatever the case, go through the process of how it resets.
Easy work. Easy work. The process is simple. The next man up. Listen, if I am the lineal champion, right? I'm the lineal champion. I beat the man. There's no question because there was no retirements. There's nothing like that. It's the man who beats the man, beats the man, who beats the man, who beats the man, and it's BFTB. Next man up is Roughhouse. Behind Rough is the Odd Fella, right? If BFTB gets hit by an asteroid, that doesn't stop me having to fight Rough. I'm no longer there. So now Rough just assumes my position. There is no lineal champion, and the winner between Rough and the Odd Fella is now the lineal.
Okay.
And it just keeps going. And the only way that it wouldn't be between 1 and 2 is if you're going to say the Charlo brothers had to fight each other for lineal. You know good and goddamn well they ain't fighting each other, which is the reason why the lineal established if the 1 and 2 can't fight for reasons like that, it has to be a good reason. You can't just say I'm not fighting. That's the reason why Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker did not establish a lineal. That was number 1 versus number 3. Because Deontay Wilder was a number 2 guy and he wanted to fight. That's why it didn't establish. If you go back and look at that fight, just go back around the time where, so all these fucking stupid ass dick riders, right? Back around the time where Joseph Parker fought Anthony Joshua and look at the videos that were made at that time by shitting icons, Dick and Port, all these motherfuckers. They were saying this should establish a lineal champion. Look at the rules. The rules say number 1 versus number 3 could be this. They were completely removing the fact that the rule states number 1 versus it's clear. The number 1 way to become the lineal champion is you just beat that guy. The number 2 way to become the lineal champion is if number 1 and number 2 fight each other because because the champion retired or died. The number 3 way, and the only way you get to number 3 is if number 1 and number 2 can't fight, and it has to be a valid reason. The Klitschko's were not going to fight each other. That's a valid reason. The Charlos will not fight each other. That is a valid reason. So it skipped to form number 1 versus number 3, which was Ruslan Chagayev. Right when they fought, that established Vladimir Klitschko as the lineal. But because, like I told you earlier, because there was a shifting of the rankings, right? Right at the time they were fighting, it was a shifting of the rankings where Ruslan Chagayev was number 3, but he dropped to number 4 and put, that's what happened. Vitaly retired. Vitaly retired. So when Vitaly retired, that made Povetkin number 2 and Povetkin number 2, Chambers number 3, and Ruslan Chagayev number 4. Well, Vladimir Klitschko went and fought all of them. There is no dispute Who was the lineal champion? None. Vladimir Klitschko was the lineal champion. It reset right then. Undisputed had nothing to do with it. And it will never have nothing to do with it, ever. People are reading the rules to fit their narrative because they want Joshua to be the undisputed king because he's close to being undisputed. And they want him to be the lineal man and want to shit on Fury and shit on Wilder. That's not how lineal works. Lineal is the purest form of boxing. You cannot get it no other way but by beating the man or by the best two fighters fighting each other. You cannot get it no other way. That's why it's the best belt. It was the first belt, and it's the sweet science. It's the purest form of boxing. You must fight the best. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the lineal title on my motherfucking channel because you must fight the best in order to get it. You must. You can't fight nobody else.
Wait, BFTB question, brother. The lineal belt looks like the Ring magazine belt?
No,
it does. It
does.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm tripping, you're right. Because I was just looking at it the other day while we were sitting there talking about it because I had to go look it up.
So you want to see what it really looks like? Go look up John L. Sullivan's belt. Now they made some modifications and all that other shit, but they look fairly similar. You want to go look at Sweet Pea's belt. Go look at that one. There's a lineal belt. They all look similar now, but you know the original one, they made some modifications, yada yada. But listen, it's very easy, man. We're taking this shit way out of whack because we're trying to make Undisputed like a part of this shit. And Undisputed has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing to do. Nothing.
Yeah, look at Rocky Balboa's belt.
Manny Pacquiao, right? Yeah, similar to that. Manny Pacquiao has 5 lineal titles. He has never fought any undisputed guy. Nobody says Manny Pacquiao is not a 5-time lineal champion. Nobody. Why? Because he beat the man that beat the man. Now he may have cherry picked the way around, jumped things, and got these guys at opportune times, but that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Yep. And you can't be stripped of it. Only way you can lose it is beat.
Beaten or retired. You can try to strip all you want, but that's the whole point of the lineal champion. That's the whole point of it. The whole point of it is you must beat this man. Now they're talking about stripping. Oh, we're going to strip Tyson Fury. Does he strip it? No. If there would have been a clear winner, even though there was to me, but if there would have been a clear winner in Wilder versus Fury, Wilder would have held up the lineal belt. Without a doubt, 100% correct. 100% he would have held up the lineal belt. Why do you guys think they're discrediting it? They were not discrediting this belt before. When Joshua was calling out when Joshua was calling out Fury, they wasn't discrediting it. Nobody was discrediting this belt.
Well, so you can't, and that's the end. That's another thing. You can't discredit that belt.
You can't. It's impossible.
They want to discredit that belt because they're trying to get a leg up on the competition.
They want to.
It's not going to work.
They don't have it, and they can't get it because the only way to get it is to fight Tyson Fury. That is it. You can't get it no other way. If Tyson Fury retires and he no longer fights, well, then you still can't get it without fighting Deontay Wilder. So at this point, right? At this point, they can get it. They can get the people don't listen. They're so fucking sneaky, man. These people are so fucking sneaky. Right now, if Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fight, who the winner of that becomes the lineal champion. Not just because it's Tyson Fury, but because they're both 1 and 2.
Yo, BFTB.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, let me say something right quick. What's poppin', man? Hey, the other thing I will say that I guarantee, even if Wilder was number 2, if Wilder was to suddenly announce he's having to have surgery or something like that, I guarantee AJ would try his best to make a fight with Fury, so that if it was 1 and 3, they could just say, well, number 2 wasn't available to fight because he was out with injury.
They can do that.
They can get that lineal belt. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they can do it, but the injury would have to be significant enough to make sure that he's not coming back for like years. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't coming back for years, well then fine. But if the lineal champion will be back next year, they're not going to remove him.
As they shouldn't. But you know, I can see them trying to pull that though.
Hey, I got a question in regards to that.
Yep.
Now, in terms of like
who's the number one and who's the number two.
Yep.
How was that determined? Number one and number two, according to what?
So it was
consensus.
It was before Oscar De La Hoya got his hands up into that type of shit. It was before, based on resume, as it should be. How you get into the rank, how you are, who you are beating to get to where you're at. That is the whole point of resume. Resume does not mean just because you beat this guy, you don't have to fight that guy. That's not the way boxing works, and that's how they're using it nowadays. They're using resumes as that. That's why Canelo ain't fighting anybody, because they're saying, "Oh, Canelo's so great, he beats everybody." Well, fucking prove it. But they won't say that. They won't tell him to prove it. They'll just say he's good enough. He's gonna beat everybody. He's the best guy. He's this and that. But that's not how it works. Listen, who you beat is what puts you in your rankings. Who you beat. If you beat the guy that they consistently said, "This is a good guy right here. We are saying this is a good guy," and then you beat him, well, then you move up. That's how it was. You beating these people. That's why people fought. You beat to get up to be the champion. Nowadays, it's all about money. That's why they made the sanctioning bodies, for more money, so they can split this ladder up, right? So before, when you had one ladder, but when being ranked number 30 wasn't a bad thing, because that means you had 29 killers ahead of you, and then you had the champ. But now they split that shit up, and there's 4 of them. So now instead of actually being ranked number 30, you are ranked number 10. So then you get a shot you can get a valid shot at the WBA for a WBO or WBC champion, when in reality you are ranked number 30. Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
And so as long as you keep moving up, that's why people like, I ain't even gonna go that route. But anyways, as long as you keep beating the people in front of you, beating people that are quote unquote good competition, then you can move up. As long as you are moving up, then you can get closer to lineal. Now you may be the whatever champion you want, but then you might be ranked number 5. You know what I'm saying? But you could be ranked number 6. There was a time where motherfuckers was there was like the IBF champion or WBO champion, and they were ranked like number 6, 7, because there was other motherfuckers that people consider better in front of them.
So
it wasn't a hate thing; it was who you fought then.
Klitschko's situation. Now he was a number 1. Number 2 was Vitaly. Number 3 was Shagayev. But that was based off of the Ring magazine.
It was based off
rankings.
Of who they fought to get there. Who they fought to get there. That's what it was based off of. Who they fought. I want to say Chagayev beat like Sam Peter when Sam Peter was ranked up there, and Chagayev beat him and became number 3.
No, Chagayev never beat Peter.
Well, it was someone like that. It was someone like that. It was someone like that. I'm not looking at the shit in front of me, but it was someone like that. Because I looked at this earlier. Matter of fact, let me just go in and tell you. Let me just jump in motherfucking Ruslan shit. I'll tell you right now. Ruslan, Chagayev, box rec. Valoev.
Yeah.
He beat John Ruiz, and then he beat Valoev.
Nikolai Valuev.
Those are the fighters that put him where he was at. And then he had 2 fights, 2 stay busy fights, and then he fought Klitschko.
Yep, I see it.
So again, it's who you beat. Who you beat puts you where you're supposed to be at. That's the only thing a resume is good for. That is it. That is it. Point blank and period. Your resume only matters in 2 instances. 1, to get you to the lineal champion. That's what boxing is all about. To get you to be the lineal king. Number 2, to look back on after you finish boxing and say, this is my body of work. That's no other a reason for you to be saying you're fucking there's no other for you to be saying that your resume warrants you this. No, your resume is to get you to be the lineal king. That's what your resume is for. That's it. Your resume is to get you to be the lineal king, because how it started, the lineal king was the man. They added undisputed. Undisputed didn't come into play until after the belts were there. You got to remember, there was only one belt when boxing started, and that was the undisputed king. There was only one belt. They added these other two belts going on in like the 20s and 30s. They added them. So because they added them, now they can feed a different narrative of what undisputed is. In reality, the undisputed king is the lineal goddamn champion. Reality. Now, we've made it what we made it today with the 4 belts. We made it that way. But there was no 4 belts when Jack Johnson was the undisputed champion. There was one. If y'all not hear me.
True.
One champion, one face, one name.
So the lineal belt is the first belt. It matters. It arguably matters more than any other belt. It matters. Matters.
Not questioning not questioning that. No. Not saying. I'm just saying. Not questioning if it matters or not. But I was questioning yeah, exactly. But I'm starting to get the I'm getting the knowledge. So you know what I mean. Keep on cooking.
I mean, listen. I mean, we can go into this, brothers. We could definitely go into this.
I ain't trying to keep talking about it.
Shit, but you already know I got the knowledge, so
I know, and I'm glad you broke it down for everybody in the chat and for our fella, because you understand it better now, though, our fella, huh?
Yeah, most definitely. Okay. Because I was in. Don't think I was coming at it in the way of. I'm a secret AJ fan, and I want to. No. It's not even like that.
If you was an AJ fan, dog, that wouldn't bother me. Shit, I'm a boxing fan before anything, so that's not going to bother me at all.
Because in my opinion, when Wilder gets the undisputed, I would like to see him like throw away all the belts. You know what I mean, and just hold one that even. Like the LDBC belt or something like that. You know what I mean? Something that we create for him. You know what I mean? That's the established belt now. You know what I mean?
But you know what?
That's the way I look at it.
If Wilder did do that, I think the rest of these dudes, they would just not fight him, and they'd be like, "Well, skip it. Keep that lineal belt. You know, we'll dance all around you and just fight for these other belts." And then they would discredit the lineal belt because Deontay Wilder has it. And then they'd hype up the rest of them.
You can't discredit it. You can try.
At the end of the day, you cannot discredit the lineal belt because all of the greatest champions in history were lineal champions.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what y'all saying, but what I'm saying is,
they can try because here's the thing. Guess what? If they try to discredit that, you got this part right now. As soon as Deontay Wilder retire, guess what they're going to try to do? They're going to try to get that lineal belt.
Yep.
And guess what? They're gonna say, "Well, I thought you didn't want the lineal belt. I thought it wasn't worthless. Why do you want it now?"
Now, I get that. You're
not gonna be able to do it.
That's exactly what they would. That's exactly what they would do. But what would happen is, and perception is reality. The same way AJ was out here talking about, what's lineal, and you had a whole country behind him talking about, what's lineal. You know what I'm saying? If Deontay Wilder got that and he threw down the rest of his belts and said, "Hey, I'm just going to keep this lineal strap. If y'all want it, come get it." All them other dudes would be like, "Man, you keep that." You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about lineal. And then everybody in the world be talking about, lineal. What's lineal? Anybody worried about lineal? That's exactly what would happen.
And let me tell you something on that.
That would be the dumbest shit in the world.
Wilder wouldn't do nothing like that for one.
He wouldn't. That would be a feast. That would be a feast for me.
Yeah, and two, you got a whole country that's over there that not the whole country is discrediting the lineal title. You got a bunch of AJ fans trying to discredit it. They're not even succeeding in it right now. Eddie Hearne is not succeeding in anything right now. Nothing. So with him just talking about it, you ain't doing nothing but making people research. The people that don't know what it is researching it and is putting more validity on the belt, if anything.
Bro,
Eddie Hearne don't do nothing but lie all day. So he's getting caught up in his lies, and so is AJ. AJ talking about, I never heard of lineal belt. You a fucking lie because you knew about it. If you know anything about boxing, anything about the history of boxing, the lineal belt means everything in every division.
What he don't understand by saying that how stupid he made himself look, man. The IBO belt didn't come into play until the 90s. It didn't come in, it wasn't even created until the 90s. Their first champion was like Pinklin Thomas or some shit like that. That was their first champion. Yeah, that was him. Pinklin Thomas.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know shit about the IBO. Not a damn thing.
But I'm just saying. Like, you're telling me this dude talking about he's giving greats to paying homage to the greats, paying homage to the Ali, wearing Ali's colors. I'm sitting here like, bro, was Ali ever the IBO champion? The IBO belt didn't even exist. The fuck are you talking about? I'm sitting here talking about you want to pay homage to the greats. You want to pay homage to Ali. You're wearing his colors to the ring. But you don't realize that this man was never the IBO champion. The IBO belt didn't exist until like 93. Bro, if you don't sit your bitch ass down somewhere.
I guess he didn't know Ali was a lineal champ either.
I'm sitting here like I'm sitting here like blown away, man. I'm blown away at the stupidity. I'm blown away at the stupidity, and not of Anthony Joshua, not of Eddie Hearne. I'm not blown away at their stupidity because they are going to do like a little ass kid. Whatever their parents let that kid get away with, they're going to
Hey, Scrapbook said basically what my man VFTB is saying in the streets. If you wanted to be considered the man, you had to go see Kimbo Slice. All right.
That's facts.
Say that shit again, Scrapbook.
That is facts.
Salute to you, Stormy B Man in the chat.
Hey, what y'all think about this shit? I ain't got to see. I just got out of work and shit. Just got off the road. Hey, what y'all think about this shit when they talking about Anthony Joshua almost signed with Al Heyman?
I saw the videos and things, but I didn't want to watch it. I didn't watch it. I felt like what's the use of me watching the video because he almost did something. That's like saying I almost got ran over by a car, but it didn't happen. But I'm good. He's still with Matchroom and he's still ducking fights with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Luis Ortiz, and Dillian White. So
this is just more relevant.
Yeah, he almost took that $50 million, but didn't.
I don't even think he almost took that one, D.
Hey, going to Barry.
Yeah.
That's a lie,
I ain't see that one.
That's a lie. They were never going to take that $50 million.
Yeah.
Never.
I'm
talking about they want to fight now type of shit.
Barry desperate. I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier. You know, when matter of fact,
let me cook on that one right quick.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. But let me basically break it down for you, BLT, because I know you know everything. But basically, what I was asking everybody is, you got Eddie Hearne, Barry Hearne, and Anthony Joshua all coming out of here in desperation, asking for this fight. I guess they asking for it now. But at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder said, if it's not Fury, he's going to fight Dominic Brazil, which I want him to go ahead and decapitate the host. So I'm glad. I hope that is the next fight. But what do you feel? Odd fellas say they clout chasing, but everybody else say that they really are desperate for the fight. What do you feel?
All right. So I'm gonna go back. I'm definitely going to address that. But I did a live earlier today. Matter of fact, Mac, man, me and you need to link up, brother, because I think we're doing lives at the same time, and I don't want to step on your feet.
Oh, you good. Well, I've been going on at 4:30 because you were going on at 2 at first. Well,
I was going on
4:30. 4:30 Central Time. 5:30.
Okay, so you going on at 5:30. All right.
Yeah,
4:30. Yeah, then I start. All right, cool. All right. I just want to make sure I don't step on your toes. That's all. But So let me go ahead and cook on this one, and I'm gonna open your eyes to something because I told everybody in my live stream earlier about this situation.
Okay.
So you guys gotta understand something, right? I need y'all to listen with me on this one. What was the excuse? What was the excuse that they used to turn down that $50 million? What was the excuse?
Shoot, which excuse? There were multiple excuses. The money.
We're gonna start off with the main one. The money wasn't real. The money wasn't
real.
Okay, so then they proved. Well, so that was one. What was the other one?
The first excuse I heard for why they actually turned it down was AJ, his fans deserved to fight in the UK, and he was gonna give it to him in the UK.
That was number one.
That was number one. That was actually number one.
There is a success.
And the other one was
Eddie Hearne wasn't control.
No, the other one was Anthony Joshua is contractually obligated to Sky Sports and couldn't fight. They couldn't fight on Showtime.
Perfect. Now, that was all of them. That's all of them. So the secession started like this. That's all four. But the secession started like this, right? First, it was the money wasn't real, right? And then with the money not being real, it was show me the money. So the money wasn't real because some guy from Alabama was doing it. So it's not real. It's just fake offer. Then it went to show me the money. So when it went to show me the money, they found out the money was real. They seen the money because they got the term sheet, right? Then it went to which was the other one. You know, they got to be in. It's got to be in the UK. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada. And then it went to finally once all that stuff got wiped out. It finally went to the last one was Anthony Joshua cannot take this money because he is contractually obligated to BT. I mean to Sky, and this money was coming from BT. That is the last one in the line of succession. That's the last one. Here's the problem with that, right? Deontay Wilder has no promoter. None. He has no promoter. That would have been a one-off. One-off. That would have been him saying, even if the money did come from BT, if it came from BT, that means the money was real. You've just removed the first two options. The money was real. Because Deontay Wilder was willing to go to the UK, you removed the third excuse. So the money was real. It wasn't fake. I mean, it was there, and he was willing to go to the UK. So there's all three of those excuses removed. So now they said Joshua's contractually obligated with Sky Sports, and they can't take that because it's coming from BT. Well, again, that would have been a one-off fight because Deontay Wilder doesn't have a promoter. Even if it did come from BT, it's real. It would have been a one-off. Here's the problem. They're trying to fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is contractually obligated to BT. So explain to me how you can fight Tyson Fury, who is contractually obligated to BT, but you couldn't fight Deontay Wilder in a one-off where the money was coming from the same place.
Right. Real talk.
I get it.
Because the pool of money, listen, brother, the pool of money, the money to fight Deontay Wilder from what they're claiming. I'm not even going into reality. I'm using their excuse. They're saying that the money you had was coming from BT. Well, guess what? If you fight Tyson Fury, where the fuck do you think the money's coming from? He is contractually obligated to BT. Contractually. Deontay Wilder has no obligations to BT. They can wing it and say, oh, the money was coming from BT with no proof, right? But this is bona fide, guaranteed proof that the money's coming from BT because Tyson Fury is contractually obligated with BT. Contractually. The exact same way that Deontay Wilder has no contractual obligations and can fight wherever he wants. Tyson Fury is contractually obligated and must fight on BT. Yo.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when they were putting that excuse up in the air, I was thinking to myself, that's crazy because we just saw Floyd fight Canelo, and Canelo was contractually obligated to HBO, but that fight was on Showtime pay-per-view.
But here's the thing, my brother. I don't even go into that. I can go into that and I can destroy them with that easily. I can easily do that, but I'm not even going to do that. This is why I'm a grave digger. I let you dig your own grave. You said that money was from BT. You made it your whole thing. You're digging away. You said that money came from BT. That's the only way it could have been there. It was BT money. The 50 million is not. Deontay Wilder can't get 50 million. It had to have come from BT. Frank Warren even confirmed it, which he did. But that's what they're saying. And I'm like, okay, fine. Then why are you trying to fight Tyson Fury? Because he is contractually obligated to BT. There is no doubt in my mind or your mind or anybody else's where that money is coming from if you're fighting Tyson Fury. So how can you fight Tyson Fury, but you could fight Deontay Wilder? And while they're making excuses, like I said on my live, I'll be going ahead and throwing the dirt in over the hole they dug in themselves.
Hey, BFTB.
Send it.
You know, there was one more excuse that came out very recently, too. You missed that one.
What that one is?
The $50 million wasn't enough money. By the time AJ got through paying everybody that owned a piece of him, it was only going to be about $25 million. You remember he said that?
Good point.
But I remember him saying after he said, "Give me $50 million." We were talking about how that $50 million wasn't real, and he said, "If it's if it's $100 million, well, give me $100 million." Blah blah. I remember them talking about that, but that's a
This was around the time of the Canelo fight. He was in New York.
I remember that. But you got to say this. You got to look at this. He asked for the $50 million, whether it's not going to be enough or not. He asked for it.
Right,
you get what you asked for. But
my point is, if the $50 million wasn't real and he couldn't take it, why is he still talking about it? You see what I'm saying? I mean, why is he talking about? Well, it wasn't. By the time I got done paying the light bill and paying this and paying that, I was only going to have about $25 million.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Doesn't he make $20 million a fight anyway?
Yeah, I guess he only bring home about 8.
Well, that's not reality either. Because he brings. Listen, if you worth, it's impossible to be worth what he's worth, but then be making what he is claiming to be making.
Man, I don't believe none of that.
You shouldn't. You'd be a fool to believe it.
Hell no, I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe any of that stuff.
This man got 22 fights. If you just say the 7 fights that he's had since he won the belt, the 7 fights, right? If he's making $20 million a fight, that's $140 million. Do you know how you determine net worth? His net worth, if you look at what they got, 3 different things that say there's 3. He's either 45 million, he's worth 50 million, or he's worth 60 million. That's what they're saying. It's 1 and 3. They lie about all 3. They're lying about everything. But they had one of those 3 is what they're saying his net worth is. It's 45 million, 50 million, or 60 million. 45, 50, or 60. Those are the 3 options of what his net worth is. It's one of them or in between those or less than those 3. It's one of that, right? Well, again, if you're making $20 million a fight since you've been a champion, that's 7 fights. That's $140 million. So you mean to tell me, actually, let's do your net worth. This is how you do your net worth, right? This is how someone can say your net worth is this. You take everything that you have, you estimate the cost, which when most people estimate, they go up, right? If you got a Bugatti that you paid $1 million for, then all of a sudden that Bugatti is worth $2 billion or $1.5 million or whatever. You got a $5 million house, all of a sudden becomes a $10 million house when you're doing your net worth, right? So you take everything, you take all of your assets, you add up the worth, and then you take all of your liabilities, you add up those liabilities, like your house mortgage, your car notes, if you still have it, any credit card bills, blah, 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 all those type of things. You add all those, and then you subtract the 2. What you have left is your net worth. So what you're telling me, what these fucking weirdos are trying to tell me is that Anthony Joshua makes $20 million a fight. So in his 7 fights, right? His 7 fights, he's done $140 million in 7 fights. But his net worth is at most $60 million. So that means to tell me he spent $80 million? $80 million in 2 years. That's what he's trying to tell me. But this is the guy that's talking about Deontay Wilder wearing a gold chain, right? He's not flashy. He's not this, right? Explain. See, they can't fuck with me, dog, because the numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
$1 million in 7 fights, $140 million, and he's only worth at best $60 million. Well, where's the other 80 million? Like I said, I get them digging their hole.
Yeah.
And when I get to that part, where's the other 80 million? And they start fucking on. Oh, well, he's got endorsements and stuff. But I just start digging, throwing the dirt in the hole, man. Go ahead and keep talking. I'm going to go ahead and bury you. You go ahead and just keep on talking, dog. Because you can't.
Mr. Vanessa just reminded, Wembley is not available in September. Remember?
Yep.
They said Wembley wasn't available, but I checked Wembley. It was wide open. And I was busting motherfuckers' head to the white meat. Like, oh, Wembley's not open, BFTB. And I was sending them the link. Show me where it's closed. Wasn't a motherfucking thing booked. Nothing. On September 22nd was nothing booked. Nothing. And it's easy to go. Just go to Wembley.com and fucking there's gonna be like some events. Click on the events and it'll tell you what's going on. It'll give you a calendar. You can go to the calendar, click on the date, and see what's going on that date. Super easy. But these motherfuckers would rather listen to Eddie Hearne say it's not available instead of going to check for themselves because they don't want the truth. But then when I went and did it, all of a sudden, I'm a racist. That was their get back. So I already knew I bodied them and I just moved on.
That's all they can ever say, bro. That's why I dropped that one video about, because all they could do was say is Wilder's a racist or we're racist. No, homie. No, you're wrong. You got proved wrong. That's the end of the day.
Yeah. When they say you lost, move on.
Yeah. Just say you lost. And none of them want to come on here and debate. I even had this dude that got mad at me because I said Amir Khan, this is a Persian guy, Arabian guy. He got mad at me because I said Amir Khan was going to get knocked out, and I called him Glass Joe. Like, what do you want me to call him? It's a fact. I said he going to look good for the first half of the fight. He going to get knocked out in the second half of the fight when he's fighting caliber fighters like Terrence Crawford.
I'm Deontay Wilder out this piece, man. I can't pay enough money to get on live with me. Can't pay him enough. They'll find an excuse. A motherfucker told me that BFTB, man, you know how it is in these streets, man. I can't.
I remember that.
No. I can't pay him enough to get dog, and I be quiet too, man. I be quiet, dog. I be calling him sir and everything. I be like, well, sir.
Yeah, no, I be hearing you calling him sir. That shit be having me dying last night.
Dog, because I don't want to scare him away. I'll be taking the bass out of my voice and everything, man. I'll be like, well, sir, sure, sir. Go ahead and put your email in there, and I will go ahead and send this right on over to you, sir. You can get right on.
And
hey, you be getting your Sean Porter on?
Get my Sean Porter on like a motherfucker, dog. Well, sir, shit. You need your boots clean, sir? You need your boots clean. Hey, no problem, sir. Want a glass of water while I'm waiting.
Hey, BFTV. Half of them cats don't want to get on because they don't want you to know they ain't hit puberty yet.
And guess what? They gonna learn today. And I bet you oh my God. And one of my face got on with me, body bag. Yeah, I'm telling that will be I tried to get that that Sean, whatever the fuck is weird ass.
Hey, let me tell you something. Sean knew that dude never run his goddamn mouth.
I tried.
You know what? I don't even want to see you get him. I want to see World Breaker get him.
Yeah, I want to see World Breaker get him too, but I think World Breaker might hurt him, dog. So I tried to get all the motherfuckers on, dog. I tried to get fucking. I didn't even gonna mention their name because I ain't getting no clout on here, but I tried to get them. All the LDBC haters, all the motherfuckers. I tried to get them. I went on their channels, nice as in a motherfucker, dog. Nice as hell. And next thing you know, they're like, oh, yeah, I'll debate you. I was like, well, sure, I'll have this time. I'll set it up for you. Just give me your email, and I'll make sure I send it over to you. No problem. They know good and damn well they ain't gonna give me their email. They give me that email, I am harassing the motherfuckers on a daily. So,
yo, BFTB, did you try to get sunken? I ain't gonna say the whole name.
Anybody that was willing to give it to me.
No, see, I'm gonna tell you, he's not gonna get Low Place because him and Low Place will get into it. And BFTB,
he always used to get it.
No, he wants to fight him.
Yo, he always used to get it. You remember that, Mac? He used to always get into it. I couldn't even. BFTB would go right after me and just start torturing him.
Yeah, like, that bitch ass shit just never worked well with me, dog. For real. You got, you know what I'm saying? I mean, well, speak your piece, my man. But when you start telling that bitch ass shit, dog, now we on a whole other different level, dog. We on a whole other different level. And you coming at me with the bitch assness. Cause I'm Team Petty. Listen, I know motherfuckers say, hey, don't stoop to their level. No, fuck that. Ain't nothing wrong with my knees. I'm stupid. I want all smoke. You go low, I'm going low with you, man. We can play this how low can you go shit. I can go low. And don't worry about it. We gonna keep going.
Oh shit.
I don't know, man. I just can't fuck with that dude because my levels are low. I'll be ready to fight that.
Me neither. He actually sent me a link one day on his channel. But as soon as I get on, hold on. As soon as I got on, it got the going off. World Breaker sent me a link, and I just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna jump on World Breaker shit. I'm not gonna waste my time." I'm talking about as soon as I got the cookie and going off, World Breaker sent me a link, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm finna go fuck World Breaker."
Man, every chat that I'm on, if that guy comes on, somebody in the chat has a problem with him. You know, even before he gets to cooking, a lot of time. I mean, I had one guy. I was on one chat. I ain't gonna say because I don't want to put it out there like that, just in case the guy don't want it. But he pretty much like would get him out of here. Said the Joker had them pretty much jacked his whole style. Start trying to call fights like him and everything. So yeah, we blocked him.
Talking about low place.
Yeah,
I say his name. You can say his name.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, bro.
No, I'm saying I'll go ahead and say it. I don't think they'll mind. I was on Marlo's corner and he came on there and Trey X seen him. He was like, "Man, get that Joker out of here." He said he started trying to call. If y'all know how Trey X call fight, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty unique. And he said low play started trying to call fights like him.
Trey a monster.
I hope you do hear it. He probably one of the ones that gave me a thumbs down because I got 4.
Yo, he still talk about the LDBC, bro.
But see, that's the thing, bro. See, here's the thing. He's not the only one. It's a bunch of people that talk about the LBC. You just don't listen to him. I don't subscribe to none of them guys. Casual Boxing talks about the LDBC. I don't salute to him because his whole steez is calling Earl Smith a weight bully in every video.
I cussed that dude the fuck out, man.
Bro, I cussed him out the first video I ever saw.
He talks that Billy badass shit like, oh, I'm gonna pull up on the fence in the gym and shit like that. I was like, you bitch ass nigga, you ain't gonna pull up on nobody.
And then when he showed that video of him boxing and hitting the heavy bag in the gym, dog,
I don't give a fuck.
I ain't talking about he look good. I ain't saying he looked good. He looked like straight garbage, punching that heavy bag.
I'm just sitting here like, I'm in New York. I'm like, so what does that mean? What you saying? What are you saying, dude? What you saying? These dudes is some straight hoes, dog. I be trying to. I definitely try to keep it to some type of civility, but I don't try hard. I put it to you like that. I don't try hard at all. But he a hoe ass nigga though.
Yeah.
Real hoe ass nigga. And I think he blocked me too because I was shitting on his bitch ass. Matter of fact, I gotta go check that.
Oh man.
TV crazy.
That's what's up. Hey, and you know what killed me, man? Like, and the homie BFTB, he know, man, because we talked about this the other day, man. I told him all them cats to be talking down like that, man. Them haters only hate because they love you, bro. They just don't know how to express that stuff, bro. And they come back repeatedly for more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times you body them, no matter how many times your squad slap them with the wrench, they keep coming back, making new accounts, new usernames, all of that stuff, man. Just so you can get at them, and they love it.
Yeah. I'm getting at them.
That's why you just gotta. One thing you just gotta just don't pay them no mind and just keep pushing and doing what you do because you're gonna get haters, and that's the beauty of it. The more they hate and the more they make videos about us, guess what they do? They send more traffic to us.
But I'm Team Petty though, so I'm definitely speaking on it. He mentioned my name. This dude mentioned my name. He made a video. He took my video and made a video about it.
So, salute to retro boxing. Hey, salute to retro boxing and documentaries, aka blood boxing. My brother, man. Just like I tell y'all to salute the scrapbook, y'all need to go. Subscribe to scrapbook. Y'all need to go subscribe to retro boxing documentaries if you haven't, because these guys are the building blocks for the LDBC. Man, they give you so much history on the sport. If y'all want to learn more about the sport of boxing, the history of it, those are the guys y'all need to be following.
Yeah,
Make sure you go subscribe to them. And Kurt Sugar, they got that show coming out pretty soon. Kurt Sugar, Scrapbook, and Blood, and it's gonna be awesome. Once a week, I'm gonna be looking forward to it.
So you know how like this is like gonna be a weird analogy, man. It's gonna be a weird analogy, but I need you to stick with me.
All right.
You know how nowadays when you say like, damn, she don't suck dick. These motherfuckers do that. Like they still exist. It's kind of weird because that's how I feel. Like you ain't subbed the retro. You still exist. There's motherfuckers that still exist that ain't subbed the retro. I don't understand. You are how can you not sub the retro? So I know it's kind of a weird analogy, but that's when they say that. That's how I be thinking. Like, bro, y'all still exist. If I ever was to run into a female, if we can give head, that's how I look at it, dog. I'll be like, bro, that's like saying you ain't sub the retro, dog. Y'all motherfuckers still exist.
For real.
Real talk.
Cause that
retro, Blood's the OG.
Hey, I'll be right back. Y'all go ahead and cook. I'll be right back.
Long story short, AJ is a hoe.
Hey, what y'all think about this lineal championship between Pacquiao and Adrian Broner?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Listen, I'm about to do some shit, but the Oddfather said some shit that I need to address immediately before I finish this.
Oh shit! Go ahead.
Listen, if Adrian Broner and Manny Pacquiao are undisputed, I'm slapping the shit out of somebody. The first person next to me is getting slapped the shit out. Because there is no lineal. I'm not undisputed, but lineal. There is no lineal champion in the welterweight division right now. None. The number one guy, regardless of what anybody thinks, is Terrence Crawford. The number two guy is Errol Spence. Will only be established in the welterweight division when those guys fight. That is it. And this isn't me saying Terrence is number one, even though I think Terrence Crawford is number one. But this isn't me saying that. This isn't my opinion. In the ladder of the lineal, if you look at the numbers, he's the number one guy that has number one by his name. And Errol Spence has number two by his name. I didn't put that there either. It is what it is. So in order for there to be a welterweight lineal champion, right? In order for there to be a welterweight lineal, number one must fight number two.
But Manny Pacquiao was the last lineal welterweight champion, was he not?
It's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
Isn't he still active?
Manny Pacquiao Manny Pacquiao was not the last lineal champion. Floyd Mayweather was the last lineal champion, and Manny Pacquiao never beat him. And then Manny Pacquiao never fought the number
lineal at 154.
Manny Pacquiao, he was lineal at both. Floyd Mayweather was the last lineal welterweight champion. Manny Pacquiao was never the last lineal welterweight champion. Floyd Mayweather was the last lineal champion, not Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather.
That sounds about right.
Floyd Mayweather. Now, they tried to give it to Manny Pacquiao. They tried to, but no. Because if I'm not mistaken, Manny Pacquiao fought, who the fuck did he fight? Like Berto or some shit like that? I think it was Berto. I gotta look at that.
According to the list of BFTV, according to the list I'm looking at, they've given it to Manny Pacquiao, and they have him as they have him updating the lineal championship April 12th, 2016.
Hold on. Let me go back. Let me look right quick. Blah, 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 blah.
See, now y'all got me not feeling because how it just.
Hold on, let me go look. I'm looking.
Hey, Pacquiao can't be the lineal champion at welterweight. He lost to Jeff Horn at welterweight. Lost his title.
Exactly.
I am looking at. I am going through the succession. So Floyd, then the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Bradley gave it back to him.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding me! You got to be. All right, I'm done. See, I don't even want to hear that.
I think maybe he fought Tim Bradley around that time. Maybe they were 1 and 2.
Wait. So
Bradley
now he's
had
Terrence
beat
Crawford's the
Marquez.
lineal. Crawford's the lineal at welterweight right now.
So yeah, Manny Pacquiao was the last lineal champion of the welterweight division because Manny Pacquiao, when Floyd Mayweather retired, Manny Pacquiao he moved into the number 1 guy, and Tim Bradley was number 2. That's a fact.
Yep.
That is a fact. Number 1 and number 2 fought.
Yep. There you go.
Because Bradley beat Marquez before he fought Pacquiao that last time.
So there you go, D-Lo. Then
Vargas was a win. Jeff Horn was a loss. So that made Jeff Horn the number 1 guy, which was true.
Yep.
And then so actually it should be
Terrence Crawford, but
it should be if you look at the line of succession, it should be, but they didn't award it to him.
That's probably I don't know why they wouldn't have because.
Hey, y'all saying that? My bad, D-Lo. Turn up.
Go ahead, man. I'm done.
It should be. So if you look, I'm looking at it now, and I remember talking to my godfather about this, and he didn't like that. But if you look at the line of succession, and I was supposed to do it a little bit deeper too. I was supposed to go into this deeper, but when Floyd retired, the number 1 guy was Manny Pacquiao. He retired in 2015. 2015 when he retired. And the number 1 guy was Manny Pacquiao. I'll tell you right now. I need to verify. I speak on this one. 2015.
September 2015.
Welterweight number guy. No, he was no. Manny Pacquiao. Listen, so Manny Pacquiao needed to fight Kell Brook. The number 1 guy was Kell Brook. Manny Pacquiao was number 2. Amir Khan was number 3. Tim Bradley was number 4. That's why it's not established. That's why. So he let's see where we're looking at this. All right. So he retired. He came back. All right. Boom. So all right. Let's get into reality and let's get into how they're doing. The reality is he fought Tim Bradley. Let me go back one. He fought Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley was number 1. So the reality of it, no, Tim Bradley was number 2. No, he wasn't. Nope, he couldn't. He can't. It stopped with him. This is a tricky one. So Manny Pacquiao was a lineal champion. However, Floyd Mayweather was the lineal champion. So they're fucking this up. Floyd Mayweather was the lineal champion. Manny Pacquiao never fought the number 1 guy to get it, and he could have. The number 1 guy was Kell Brook. Even when Manny Pacquiao dropped to number 2, Kell Brook was number 1. So in order for the lineal at the welterweight division to be actually established, Manny Pacquiao would have had to fight Kell Brook. And if he didn't fight so when Floyd Mayweather retired, it was Manny Pacquiao number 1, Kell Brook number 2, Amir Khan number 3, and Timothy Bradley number 4. Right? That's what it was when Floyd Mayweather retired. Now, moving forward, when you remove Floyd Mayweather's name out because Manny Pacquiao had dropped one. He had dropped a rank. Kell Brook, the champion, was vacant. That means there is no lineal right now. It was vacant. Kell Brook was the number 1 guy. He was the next guy up that was supposed to fight the winner between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao to establish the next lineal champion. That was Kell Brook. He was the next man up. He's ranked number 1, right? Manny Pacquiao Manny Pacquiao was number 2. So in order for the lineal champion to be established at that time, Manny Pacquiao and Kell Brook would have needed to fight each other. That fight never happened. That's why the dude was still like vacant. The last lineal champion for the welterweight division was Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao never fought a number 1, number 2, or number 3 guy to get the title. So the following year, Kell Brook was still number 1, but Keith Thurman was number 2. So if Kell Brook and Keith Thurman would have fought, that would have established the lineal champion. And Keith Thurman ducked Kell Brook, so then that fight never happened. So the last lineal champion at welterweight was Floyd Mayweather. Last lineal. So if they're trying to put Manny Pacquiao as the lineal fighting against Adrian Broner, they can't do that. They can't do that because Adrian Broner isn't 1, 2, or 3. He ain't 1.
Neither is Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's number 5. Pacquiao is number 5. All the champions are ranked 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is impossible to make the lineal champion without Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fighting somebody. It's impossible. Errol Spence. So according to Ring, Errol Spence is number 1, and according to BoxRec, Terrence Crawford is number 1. That's why it doesn't matter which order you put them in. 1 and 2 got to fight to establish lineal. Y'all with me?
True.
There's no fight that Manny Pacquiao can do. There is no fight that Manny Pacquiao can do to make lineal champion. None.
Yeah.
At all.
So and this is why we did that live the other day and me being pissed off at the welterweight division because none of the top guys are fighting each other. If they were fighting each other, we'd have a lineal champion right now. And that's why it's been vacant because nobody is fighting each other at welterweight. None of the top guys. None of them.
Yeah.
We would have been had a lineal champion. We would have been had a lineal champion, and you would have been known who the top guy was.
And I see why they're saying Manny Pacquiao. I see why they're doing that. I see why they're trying to push Manny Pacquiao as the last lineal, which he isn't, because he lost to Floyd Mayweather. So when people say, "Oh, well, Manny Pacquiao, he was the last lineal," no, he wasn't. He lost that fight. He didn't win that fight. He lost that fight. And then they say, "Oh, well, he fought Tim Bradley." Well, Tim Bradley was not ranked 1, 2, or 3. Tim Bradley was ranked number 4, and Manny Pacquiao was ranked number 1, and then he was ranked number 2. But if you look at that, when Manny Pacquiao was ranked number 1, Kell Brook was ranked number 2, and then when Manny Pacquiao was ranked number 2, Kell Brook was ranked number 1. And there was never a time where there was going to be a lineal without Kell Brook fighting somebody. Yeah. So in reality, the closest fighter that you can even imagine is a lineal champion at this time is Errol Spence. Let me explain, because I know some people are not going to like that, but let me explain.
Ain't nothing with that.
But I just want to explain because I don't want people to think that I'm like dick riding or something like that. Let me explain.
Ain't nobody gonna think that.
They will. But I need to explain. I need to explain anyway. It's got to be explained anyway, right? If you look at the welterweight division, right? The welterweight division when it was 1, 2, and then the third guy was Sean Porter. Sean Porter was ranked number 3, and then Manny Pacquiao was 4, right? So it was Kell Brook, Thurman. This was what, last year? Year before that. Hold on a second. Let me get this straight. I want to make sure I explain this correctly.
Get it real good. We're about to have to start cutting it short.
Ah, dang, that's right. Fuck. Well, put it like this: if you want to give anybody an opportunity, if you want to say you want to establish it right now, right away with somebody, it will be with Errol Spence, because Errol Spence is the last person to fight one of the guys that was ranked in
number 1.
The last guy that was ranked number 1 or number 2 in the position to be lineal, and that was Kell Brook. Nobody else in the welterweight division right now has fought somebody in that to hold that, and not fought them, has beat them. There's the key word. Nobody in the welterweight division right now has beaten somebody that was in a position to be welterweight. That's it. And even if you want to look at that and say, well, Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, well, then you can say the lineal is between, right back to what I said, Errol Spence or Keith Thurman. I'm not Keith Thurman, or Bud Crawford. So it will be established when they fight.
True indeed.
And I'm done.
All right, man. It's for to be 7 o'clock, man. So we got to start getting some last words because 78 is getting ready to come on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Legendary Top Cat. Go ahead and give me your last words, my brother. Legendary, you there?
Oh, yeah, my bad, man. I'm on mute. Yeah, man, appreciate you. Stay ready, man. You know, it's always love coming through, man. Hollering at y'all boys, building with y'all, man. BF TV, man. He turned up today, goddamn. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. But you can choose, lose, stay confused. Want some cool boxing news? Click that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. It's King Legendary Top Cat. Peace, family.
All right, peace. Salute to you for coming on. D-Lo 44.
Yo, hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate you having me on, as always. Wish I had more time to be on more frequently, but I don't. Anyone that has subscribed to my channel, that y'all come over and subscribe. Come check me out. You know, if you're feeling the content, subscribe to the channel. And, man, I hope to be back on next time you're on live, if it's in the evening time.
Already, bro. It's going to always be in the evening. Hey, all right, fella, go on with your last words, my brother.
Once again, you know what I mean? Respect for having me on. I definitely took in some serious knowledge and learned something off of this live stream, you know what I mean? Courtesy of BFTB. But I refuse to go in any man's graveyard. But y'all know what it is, you know what I mean? On those lineal discussions, now we have a clear understanding of how the champion or how the lineal's championship should be established. Once again, like up and subscribe to R Fella, your favorite, get your most hated, and salute to the panel, Ack-Reacher, Rough House Boxing, BFTB, you know what it is, Legendary Top Cats, and stay ready already.
Already. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rough House, go ahead with your last words, my brother.
Yeah. My last words is the lineal succession is simple yet complicated, and AJ is a whole hoe. But other than that, man, you know I love rocking out with the big homie, man. Stay ready. Hey, salute to everybody that was on the panel. Top Cats, BFTB, Ack-Reacher, you know what I'm saying, D-Lo 404. If I missed anybody else, shout out to you. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to the homie. Stay ready. And if you like that good boxing talk, breakdowns, predictions, updates, and all of that, y'all need to stop by the house. Rough House Boxing TV. I am that boy Box. Just make sure you wipe your feet and close the door behind you. And I'm out. Gia.
Already. BFTB, my brother.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. Listen, this is all family in here, man. Y'all get passes in the graveyard, bro. Y'all get passes. Y'all, and you see me digging holes, man. We can have a conversation. You know, hey, over here, man. It's just everybody else. These holes is for the trolls. You know what I'm saying? So this all love us. But y'all, you know what it is, man. You know where I be at. Y'all know where the graveyard is. Y'all want to see dead bodies? You know where to go to see them at. BFTB in the mouth.
Already. Ack-Reacher, my little brother. Go ahead, my brother.
First of all, y'all gonna stop forgetting about me on the panel. That's
we
one.
Forget. You just got quiet and got to listen.
Come on, man. Well, anyway, shout out to everybody, you know what I mean, on the panel. You know,
Beef low, man.
I told you I only eat shrimp and broccoli, champ. When I go to the restaurant, I need to know what I'm ordering. But anyway, yo, I appreciate everybody that was on the panel, from Abel Mahari to Best Fight the Best to Legendary Top Cat. I'm just getting to know the brother, but he seems very cool. To shoot, I hope I didn't even forget nobody. To of course my bro Mac always holding me down, always holding the oh yeah, 503. Yo, man, I just appreciate it. It's like we got our own fraternity going on YouTube, you know. And of course, BFTB always, man, he always torching y'all, man. Y'all gotta strap your helmets on tight, man, when BFTB come through, because it's the corporation ministry. You already know what time it is, but I appreciate you, Mac, man, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to talk as more frequently as I normally do. I was, trying to get a little exercise in, because I'm getting ready for a few matches in February, but I'm gonna keep in touch,
Make sure I
bro.
send some video. Make sure
Oh
the
yeah,
LDB
definitely.
videos of your fight.
Please, see, I wasn't doing this before that, but now, I'm doing my thing, and I might not be on. That's why I'm cranking the videos out more. But y'all keep me in spirit, man.
Always, bro. We right there with you. You know what I'm saying? Through your whole journey and your process, bro.
Facts.
And I appreciate, I was gonna say I appreciate everybody coming through the chat. You know what I'm saying? My sisters of boxing, y'all was in here with me, the ladies, Miss Boxing Fanatic, Corner Girl 66, Michelle, Shakita, my sister Carrie. I'm missing somebody. Because I remember seeing somebody else. But all the sisters of boxing was in here today. We missed, Ashley Corner and them, they wasn't here. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate everybody that came through on the panel. 503 Line, Abel Mahare, the legendary Top Cat, D-Lo 404, the Odd Fella, Ack-Reacher, BFTB, Rough House. Man, if y'all haven't subscribed to these brothers, go subscribe to these cats right now. And get my brother Ack-Reacher over 100 subscribers, man. That's our mission, is to get him over 100 subscribers. The link is in the description, so you can go click the link right now and go sub to my boy Ack-Reacher, because he is an actual fighter. He's getting ready to go pro sooner than later. So go ahead and subscribe to my boy, because we're looking at a future champion on the panel right now. Man, I appreciate everybody come through. Make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button. It helps with the visibility of the show. You can hit the thumbs down for all I care. That helps even better. But hit the like. I like likes more than I like dislikes, because if you dislike, that means you hate. But hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon and be a part of the notification game so you can get the notification anytime I drop new content, man. I appreciate everybody that came through, and I appreciate everybody that had a discussion with us today, man. It was a fun show, and y'all already know we'll be back at it tomorrow, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern Time, 2:30 on the Pacific. And y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. One.